to another edition of ABC Border Bowl. And the good news, of course, is maybe it's not too cold outside, so no one's getting offended, so we're all covered. All right. And we have a midget matchup between the Alberta All-Stars and the BC All-Stars, and a pretty decent day out here in Chilliwack, British Columbia, so it should be a fantastic day. Who's from Alberta? Who's from BC? Oh, BC won that one. Who's here for football? All right. We're going to get underway with intros in just a minute or two. Thank you all so much for coming out. And remember, text your friends back home and tell them that you can watch this, vbnsports.com. Watch it all live. And thank you very much for our wonderful broadcast crew up there making it all happen for us. All right, let's start with our Alberta Stars. Number 1, quarterback, Matthew Nikolai. Number 3, Simon Gray. Number 4, Michael Sawatsky. Number 5, Nicholas Work. Coming up, number 6, Brent Andrus. What's your number? 7? Number 7, Alexander Matheson. Number 9, Micah Siebert. Number 10, Noah Yakimchuk. Good Alberta boy. Number 11, Dylan Sieben. Number 12, Darian Delaney. Number 13, Cody Harper. Number 14, Damian McKay. Number 15, Tristan Peddle. Number 16, John Tams. Number 17, Logan Kens. Number 20 on the DL, but here anyway, Steele Nichols. Number 21, Shane Nellis. Number 22, Caleb Taylor. Number 23, Dayton Gibb. Number 24, Jacob Sandul. Number 40, Logan Beaton. Number 43, Reese Morris. I said his name right. Number 44, Dawson Hallock. Number 45, Curtis Mashaniak. Number 48, Caden Grunding. Number 51, Bryce Chen. Number 53, Ashton Warika. Number 55, Riley Pillsworth. Number 57, Tristan Lowen. Number 58, Kalen Heath. Number 59, Logan Tucker. Number 60, Corny Howitt. Number 61, Taylor Lanigan. Number 62, Ethan Burke. Number 65, Mikhail Biggs. Number 66, Joseph Coffey. Number 67, Rylan Jones. Number 68, Colton Ansorger. Number 69, Preston Carroll. Number 70, Matthew Stang. Number 74, Mason Whipple. Number 75, Colt Newton. Number 80, Jared Bussier. Number 82, Shane Sieb. And finishing off the roster, number 88, Caden Reynolds, your ABC Alberta Bowl team. Let's get ready for a little British Columbia homeschool action here. All right. Number 1, Andrew Hahn. Number 2, Cameron Wright. Number 3, Connor Wade. Number 4, Isaac Look. Number 6, Keenan Royal. Number 7, Taylor Fleming. On the DL, number 9, Jared Steele. Number 10, John Natias. Number 12, Andrew Johnson. Number 14, Dakota Cullum. Woo! Number 15, Samuel McPherson. Number 16, Nicholas Butler. Number 17, Tyson Boyd. Number 18, Jordan Penny Legion. Number 20, Cameron Shoesmith. Number 21, Mafid Romaya. Little Chilliwack boy right there, ladies and gentlemen. Number 22, Julian Estrada. Number 24, Brendan Watts. Number 25, Andrew Lloyd. Number 26, Ethan Bernardin. Number 27, Marcus Roche. Number 33, Ibaya Oko Chumseng. Number 40, Braden Reed. Number 44 on the DL, Gavin Murray. Number 47, Clayton White. Number 50, Liam Simmons. Number 52, Nicholas Young. Number 53, Caleb Neskar. Number 54, Carson Moniz. Number 55, Spencer Logan. Number 56, Zach Rohan. Number 58, Cody Hahn. Number 60, right out of Apocalypse Now, Curtis Farnworth. Number 62, Tyler Chalmers. Number 64, Liam Hennig. Number 66, Michael Gustino. Number 67, Alex Viventi. Number 68, Joshua McBride. Number 74, Michael Shears. Number 77, Declan Deleuze. Number 80, Amon Bansal. Number 82, Thomas Dyke. Number number 84, Owen Tykrove. Number 88, Braden Michael. Number 90, Jacob Gilman. And rounding out our BC roster, number 99, Cedar Frank. ABC Border Bowl, British Columbia. And now I'm going to hand the mic over to our ABC Border Bowls, Michelle Sangera, for a moment of silence.
I just want to thank everybody for coming today. This game is in dedication to Coach Al Penny-Legion and his wife. Coach Al Penny-Legion was a great coach in Alberta, made an impact on all the kids at the Border Bowls and All Canada Bowl. So we're going to take a moment of silence because he has passed. Jordan, this one's for you. We're going to play big for your daddy, right? All right, let's go a minute of silence for Coach Al.
Thank you very much. And now we turn to our anthem singers, Janice Lazonzo and friends. And please remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
Well, the anthems have been sung, the players have warmed up, and we are set for the 5th annual ABC Border Bowl, the current Stars edition here in Chilliwack. It is a beautiful, crisp December day here in Chilliwack at Exhibition Stadium. Good afternoon. Ward Andrews along with Matt Macri and the cast of VBN Sports. We'll be joined by Tim Amy, our sideline reporter, with some great interviews as we get set to watch some of the brightest talent trying to open some eyes of recruiters and coaches from across North America, from both Team BC and Team Alberta, primarily grade 12 and grade 11 students. And Matt, we are expecting a wonderful game today. And Team BC, despite what should be home field advantage, down 3-1 in the first 4 games of this series.
Yes, they are. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We are in for some good football today, I tell you. I mean, these guys here have come to play. The BC side, they know that they're down in the series 3-1, and they got a long road to climb back into it. On the flip side, Alberta wants to keep their edge on this because they're leading these December games. The last game of football in the province of British Columbia, probably the country of Canada, for 2018 is right here today.
The last two games here have been memorable for different reasons. 2 years ago in 2016, it was the Snow Bowl. The field was white. You had parents with shovels trying to get out the 5-yard line increments. So that was exciting just from a visual standpoint. And last year they were evenly matched. However, Team BC with a lot of turnovers in Alberta able to win the game. Team BC would like to right that wrong. Today, Team Alberta says, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, no, they're going to be coming hard, Team Alberta. I know those coaches over there have them prepped up. And on the flip side of that, Coach Cole, leading his band of coaches over there, wants to even this number. I mean, you can't even it today, but you can make it take a chunk out of it, that's for sure.
Let's quickly take a look at the pivots for both sides, and there are some good ones. The man that'll start the day, from what we understand, for Team Alberta is Darian Delaney, 6'3", 180 pounds, out of Father Mercredi, and that is out of Fort McMurray, and he's got a gun. I was watching his huddle highlights and threw a 50-yard bomb, perfect strike. So expect a strong arm strength from a big, tall fella there. And for Team BC, we're expecting number 1 Andrew Hunt out of Holy Cross, who had some really good numbers for them this year. So there's going to be lots of exciting talent, we know, in the backfield for both sides. Team BC with the Thunder Horse, Ebie Okoko Chomsing. We watched him in the All-Canada Bowl, and he just burst through the line on a 20-some-odd-year-old run where it looked like there was no room for him to move, and he's got those big, thick thighs, and he's hard to bring down.
Well, he's a solid big runner. He's your atypical power back, but he gets skinny fast in those holes, and he just pops right through them. He doesn't need a hole. He makes one.
Key guy on the defensive side is a fellow out of Tabor, and Ashton Wereka, and he is number 53. He actually plays the O-line and the D-line. I think he'll play mostly the O-line, but I'm sure they kind of move them around. But 2 Border Bowls for him. He was part of Team West. He was the most outstanding lineman in the 17 Border Bowl. Won a sportsmanship award. He's won awards. His parents have probably run out of room in the trophy case for this young man, number 53 for Team Alberta.
Yeah, he was a pleasure to watch in the All-Canada Bowl, and I think he's going to be a difference maker here for Team Alberta today. Excited to see him out there playing.
One of the keys also on offense, if they decide to go through the air, is the Sardis sensation known as Nicholas Butler. Led the conference in both receiving yards and receptions with 43, almost 800 yards through the air. He's a big, lanky receiver. He'll look to do some damage on these very good DBs for Alberta.
I coached Nicholas for 3 years in Border Bowls. I had him in Future Stars my first year and 2 years of Rising Selects. You want a quiet guy that's a go-to guy, shows up in the big game, he's your man. And he just quietly goes about his business out there and makes things happen. He's a pleasure to watch. He's a great kid to coach.
Whether they go to the air or do it on the ground, number 45 for Alberta will play a key role, Curtis Michiniak. He has been in 4 Border Bowls. He led the Stettler Wildcats in sacks, tackles for losses, and in defensive touchdowns. So he can do it on the defensive side. He can do it on the offensive side. He's got a lot of tools. Number 45, 6'1", 230 pounds.
Coached against him. Wow, he gave us fits, that's for sure. He is a go-to player. He's an excellent football player on both sides of the ball.
And the game that really, the player that this game is dedicated to, Jordan Penny Legion. If you didn't tune in at the very beginning, his father Al was a coach with Team West. Earlier, and he sadly lost his life along with a few others, and Jordan wanted to play this game to honor his dad. They had a moment of silence for him, and he's an Alberta boy, but they gave him a spot on Team BC, so it's got to be a little weird for him. A lot of his buddies on the other side, but he wants to go out there and honor his dad, and we hope that Jordan Penny Legion has a monster game. He'll wear number 18 for the team in purple today.
Well, I think one of the things that Jordan wanted to do, the last game that Al coached, Al Penny Legion, I knew Al fairly well. He's a great guy. He did a lot for football in Alberta, and he did a lot with ABC, bringing all this together. He was here for the Canada Bowl on the Team West. And the last guy that Al coached with was Coach Cole. And Jordan wanted to play for the last guy that his dad coached with. And you know what? Here at Border Bowl, we make things happen. So, and it's a great tribute to his dad being over here with his coaching staff.
A couple of other housekeeping notes let you know that the national anthem was sung by Janice Lozano. You might know her from Pinoy TV if you're a fan of the Filipino entertainment. She was accompanied by Alex Bautista and Chini Morales. They did a wonderful job of the singing of the national anthem. One other thing we'll let you know about, this is very, very exciting. You're tuned in. You're sitting there going, man, is that guy ever good? He is the difference maker in this game. Well, you know what? Let them know that you can do it. The Viewer's Choice Award, it is open now, but maybe wait until the game actually gets underway. You can go to sli.do. So just go on your phone, go on your computer, sly.do, and you'll see the event code, it says, just the hashtag ABC Border Bowls. You can also download the app if you don't want to do that. Maybe you like, having those apps nice and handy. Click it open, hashtag ABC Border Bowls. You will be responsible for picking the viewer's choice. And as you hear entertainers often say, the award they care about the most is the one that the fans vote on.
Yep, you hear it. You hear it all the time. And these guys here, they want to put on a show. The stage is set, the lights are up, and here we go.
Mr. Joe Carter, the voice you'll hear on the field, pacing the sidelines like a tiger, and always does a wonderful job of revving up the crowd. It will be Team Alberta in the gray jerseys. They are accompanied with some navy and lime trim, a la almost Seahawk colors in a way with the trim, against BC in purple with the gray and yellow, kind of the Vikings-esque colors, if you will. Talent on both sides. You've seen BC breaking the huddle, and the neat thing about these bowl games is you get to see the high school or the community team that they represent right there on their helmets. I love that. They're wearing the same uniform, but they have a little piece of home with them right there on that helmet.
Yeah, you got to show off your team. They come together, they're one team here, but they have to represent where they came from.
This is, we said, the last football game of the calendar year. It's also the last of all the different Border Bowls that go on throughout the years. Of course, there's one earlier that happens in Alberta.
Well, it rotates between Alberta and in the interior here in BC. And that's the May games where we have the 4 levels, the Young Stars, Future Stars, Rising Selects, and Rising Stars. And then we have the All-Canada Bowl. The first year was last year. So it'll be, oh, there we go. There's the kick.
A little bobble and some sure hands there. It's scooped up by the big number 53 for Alberta, Ashton Waruka. We talked about him beforehand. He's been a part of about 4 Border Bowls, tons of trophies, and his sure hands made sure that Alberta keeps that ball to start this game.
Well, his teammate there took it off the chest, and it bounced weird, but he was able to get down on the ball really quick. Ashton, here we go. It bounces there, and Ashton sees it, and he's Johnny on the spot. And gets it, and he dropped 2 hands on the ball there, kids. Watch that every time, 2 hands on the ball. Drops the shoulder, bangs ahead about another 4 yards.
It was Colton Newton, the intended kick returner. And so Alberta will go to work. Look like a little early movement as the flag goes. Alberta with a nice run here, slicing his way up the sidelines, and then finally driven down to the turf. Number 7 for Alberta, Alexander Matheson.
Yeah, he's motioning for a first down, but it looks like that there's going to be a flag there, and that's going to be coming back. So, second down, and it's going to be just short. Oh, the defense was offside here, so that's going to get declined for sure. It looks like the defense jumped, and number 7, Alexander Matheson, does a great job of picking up about 9 yards on that run.
So was offside on the defense. Who had the itchy trigger finger? The team in purple that time. And so they'll bring up second and short now for Team Alberta. There's Delaney in the gun. 1 in the backfield. There's the handoff. Flag once again thrown. Will be enough for first down if the flag isn't against Alberta.
Well, no, it's going to be against BC one more time. I saw one of the D-line jump into the neutral zone there. And I'm not sure if they're going to I think they're going to decline this one too because they picked up a first down, got about 5 or 6 yards, so it's going to be irrelevant. Early game jitters. I mean, these guys they've been practicing together this week. They've been this weekend, and they had their insertion camp last week. But it always takes a bit to get those early game jitters out of your system.
So pickup of 5, I believe. Once again, that was Matheson. The whistle blows. Is Delaney about to give it to Nellis?
Well, it wasn't called in yet. It wasn't whistled in yet. So Delaney was a little bit called for the ball a bit too quick there. And now the play's whistled in. They'll be able to go.
At the 53 of Team BC, Alberta going to work. Receivers in motion. This time the handoff, nowhere to go is Nellis. The man that will maybe pick up a yard, but good penetration there by the defense.
Well, it was number 21, Mufid Rumaya, coming in off the halfback position there on a blitz and was able to get into the backfield and tackle him for a bit of a loss, only about half a yard. Mufid wearing the Chilliwack Giants helmet, but we trained him first out in Abbotsford. He's a Falcon from way back.
Alberta now, it will be second and about 10 and a half, maybe 11. Delaney throws it long. Oh, he launches. That one intercepted by Team BC back at the 30. And an interception by number 3, Connor Way.
Well, that's going the other way right there. Connor Way, number 3. This guy can do it all. And here he shows off his skill at safety. Gets up there, catches the ball nice and high, cuts it off from the receiver, and takes it back for the run the other way. We've seen a lot of Connor Way over the years. He's been in a ton of border bowls. I coached him. He's probably one of the best kids out there to show leadership in the huddle. He really takes it on his shoulders to lead his team.
So there we go, early in this first quarter, and TBC with a nice defensive stand. That'll bring Andrew Hunt and company to the offensive side of the ball, and Hunt right away with a quick screen and had the receiver, number 18, Jordan Penny Legion, kind of turned around and so incomplete on the first attempt.
Yeah, a little awkward there. Jordan just, it looked like he did a bit of a spin on the ball and didn't really pick it up in time, and it just kind of bounced off his hands harmlessly, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, if they go to the ground, boy, they got some good ones. We talked about Okoko Chom saying, don't forget about Mr. Royal, Keegan Royal out of Mission. Another great running back for them.
Oh, both of them are very, very solid runners.
There's a quick handoff and flipped up on a nice run.
And it looked like number 20 was on the tackle there.
And we just talked about Royal, and Royal, the man that took the handoff.
There's number 20 there, Steele Nichols. Oh, is it 10? No, it's number 10. Sorry, my bad. Noah Yakemchuk there gets down low and takes his feet out from underneath him.
3-yard pickup. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. This is 4-down football.
4 downs.
No punts, if memory serves me correct. There's a throw, and very good defense there for Team Alberta, and he's got his team psyched out. And that was number 4, Michael Sawatsky on the
lieutenant catch there, but the defender comes over and just knocks it right out of his hands just as he's about to catch it. And he's just got no chance on that ball there, and it's number 4 on the defense, Sawatsky, that swats it down. And here's what we do with the punt. So when instead of the actual punt and the punt return, they just declare a punt, and it goes 35 yards the opposite direction. And now Alberta will get the ball on their 34-yard line.
I love the reason. Maybe explain it, though, for the viewers that are new to this rule.
The punt situation, the special team situation, is a play where people get hurt a lot. And this is a showcase game. We want to keep our best players on the field. We decided to eliminate that a few years ago because of injuries in a showcase game. You'd hate to see a star player, get out on the first punt and get earholed and then not be able to play the rest of the game.
Alberta from the 33, and what a great run. Kind of wrestled his way ahead. Pick up of about 7 or 8 on the play.
Number 21, Shane Ellis, is showing what a power back he is there. Just hammers through the line and tucks the ball. I love that. 2 hands over the ball, gets the shoulders down, swings off 1 tackle, and it's the second tackler, number 25, Andrew Lloyd, who comes in and takes his legs up underneath him.
Out of Frank Hurt, Andrew Lloyd, as Alberta now second and short. Delaney in the gun, flanked by one. Receivers in motion. BC looked like they jumped early. Handoff once again will be enough for a first down, and I believe it was BC that was offside. We'll see if the officials concur.
It looked like, yeah, he's pointing to the BC side. It looked like the BC defensive line player jumped the gun there just a little bit.
So he needed about 2, and if they put it where he finished up with it, it looks like he picked up about 5 on the play.
Well, they're marking it off 5 because of the penalty. He only picked up about 3. Still enough for the first down, but they might as well get those 2 free yards, right?
Scoreless here at the 5th annual ABC Border Bowl, the Current Stars edition, Exhibition Stadium here in Chilliwack. Another nice run. Steps behind the blockers, makes his way just shy of the midway stripe as Alberta keeps this drive alive with just over 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And once again, number 21, Shane Ellis.
Nellis here shows great patience in following his blocks and taking the yardage that they're able to give up to him. The big man, number 69's out there just shoving bodies, and it isn't until he actually trips over bodies on the ground that 69, let's give him some props there. Preston Carroll through to the ground. Nellis tripped over him.
Back-to-back runs of 8 yards as Delaney goes to the air, throws up a saucer, double coverage as the receiver wants the flag. He's not going to get it. It was number 7, Alexander Matheson, looking for the laundry.
I think it's a good no flag. We'll see here. He gets the balls up in the air, and both the defenders turn around and look for the ball. Here they both turn around and look for the ball, and they don't really get hands on him. Maybe a little early, but it was bang, bang. They got the hands on him, and the ball came in pretty much at the same time.
So I think both of these defenses showing, you know what? You want to go to the air, you're not going to get much there. Keep it to the ground, at least early on. There is a slight breeze blowing, kind of from east to west. Just good penetration there by the defense on 3rd down. And you can see BC's Connor Way once again making a name for himself after the interception. A great stuff there on the run.
He's moved up from safety. He's playing out of the halfback, maybe even the corner position here. And they're punting, so it's going to move down 35 yards. He does a great job of getting penetration into the backfield.
I wasn't sure what penetration is, but. So it will be Team BC ball. 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. You're just joining us. There was an interception by Connor Way that turned the ball over in Alberta's first possession. Some good runs, though, by number 21, Shane Ellis, out of Charles Spencer. So now BC will go to work from the 20-yard line. It's Andrew Hunt under center, 2 in the backfield. There's the handoff. Moves ahead for a gain of about 3 on the play.
Keegan Royal there hits the line hard, but that hole closed up in a hurry. The defensive line for Alberta here is really, really standing up to these power runs up the middle. The O-line's got to get a bit better of a push and give them a bit more room.
They'll give them about 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Hunt now goes to the air, kind of overthrew his man, kind of between 2 receivers, really.
Yeah, he's looking for Marcus Roche out there on the sideline. He turned and he threw it, but Roche hadn't moved forward, so it was way ahead of him.
Andrew Hunt with a pretty good high school season, 560 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 INTs. Good with his legs, 111 yards with 2 touchdowns. They made it to the semifinals in the Subway Bowl.
I actually did the color for that game. He was a great quarterback there, too. He got banged up a few times, but came back and really, really helped his team. They didn't quite make it, but did a great job.
Hunt rolls out and almost had the target, number 16, Nicholas Butler. We talked about him out of Sardis. Let's head down now to Tim Amy on the sidelines.
Got to go on. Okay, we'll catch you next time.
Well, I guess we'll check out Tim Amy in a few moments.
Well, it's a turnover there. They're going to punt one more time. And he was going to interview Connor Way, who had made a couple of big plays so far today. But Connor's going, no, I got to get back on the field here. My team needs me. Let's talk about Connor Way, because we watched him play last week, and he was there here, the Victoria Spartans in the provincial final. They came up short to the provincial champion, North Langley Kodiaks. But, man, what a game he had. And at one point, he stepped in at quarterback as their quarterback went down. And he did a great job. He did a really good job and gave his team a chance to win. I found out after the fact, he did that with an injured shoulder. And then, so what we saw last weekend, he did with an injured shoulder. He stepped up in so many games. There's so many different aspects of football that we've seen Connor play where he's done multiple positions. And I think he's their kicker today, too.
As the pass was incomplete. Yeah, I saw him out there practicing the field goals before the game. It's neat to come to these games. You get a chance to see the coaches work with each of the groups and just the drills they put them through and the knowledge they're imparting to them. As the ball at the 52, just shy of the 52-yard line inside the Alberta half. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. Both quarterbacks look like not a little nervous, but maybe a little excited, just a little off on the targets.
Wow, you spend a whole training camp working with receivers to get the timing down. Here they got two insertions and a couple practices before the game. It's tough to get that timing down, and you really got to trust blindly in this game.
Alberta looking to move the pile with Dayton Gibb out of Wainwright. Picked up a few very hard yards there as the interior BC was not given much.
Well, it's tough mudding up there, that's for sure. You got big Nicholas Young stuffing up the middle on you there. He's been playing border bowl for a while, number 52, and he does a great job.
Third and 8, there's the pressure, there's the pass, there's the catch. First down and then some as they go back to number 23, Gibb. And he'll pick up a first down for Alberta, first completion.
First completion. Great job by Gibb, just does a little sneak out here, and the quarterback checks down to him. He just sneaks out underneath everybody. Good screenplay, and then picks up a bunch of yards after the catch. At least 14 yards there.
Yeah, pickup of it looks like 13 on the play.
Where's the Patriots at?
Got a neat though, they went to him, he got the hard yards to set it up and then used his hands and found a hole and slipped his way through.
I know you're the Niners guy.
Delaney now throws it to the air, another interception. It's like Christmas for the defense. Number 21, Mufid Romea with the interception.
Number 21, Mufid Romea there. It's his turn. He gets a underthrown ball there that he goes up really high, picks off. If he could have kept on his feet, he had no one in front of him either. He could have run that ball back, but because in community ball or youth ball, you go down to the ground, you stay down.
Maybe it's a guy like Mufid Romea or Connor Way you want to vote for as your player of the day. You can do that. Go to sli.do, hashtag ABC Border Bowls. Voting is open now. You can also download the sly.do app.
Well, the battering ram with the coolest name in football, ABA Okoko, Chomp Sang, just lowered a shoulder.
We'll go down now to Tim Amy.
Oh, Jesus, we just did it again.
Tim Amy standing by with Connor Way. Tim Amy needs a headset.
Yeah.
Eventually we will get Tim Amy. I feel like we're doing
Sideline, ringside.
Jimmy
ABC
Kimmel,
Border
where he
Bowl.
always says
Tim
Matt
Amy here
Damon
with
is not
Connor
available.
Way from
Here we go.
Victoria, British Columbia, and the opening pick of the game. How you feeling so far, young man?
Pretty good, pretty good. I mean, they keep throwing those balls up. I'm going to go get them, so.
Now, how many border bowls have you been to so far?
Into 5. All of them I can.
All of them you can. So what's your best favorite memory of border bowl action?
Well, if not that, first interception. Probably my very first border bowl, just joining the community and being around all these guys, like getting to know them. It's great.
Yeah. Now, obviously, what grade are you in at school?
Grade 12 right now.
Grade 12. So you're coming into your last year. Next season, what's on the future for you?
I mean, hopefully university. I'd like to get views off this and just see where my life takes me. But I mean, I'm fully open, committed to football, and I love the sport. So, I mean, I'll try my hardest to make some more highlights so you guys can see. But yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And before we wrap up, it is Christmas time. So what do you want from Santa this year?
Another pick in the second half.
Another pick in Chisaki. You heard it here first, folks. Thank you very much. Connor Way, British Columbia. Tim Amy, VBNSports.com.
All right, I think we're back here.
All right, NBA Okoko Chomsing with some nice runs earlier. BC with the first down. Very close to another first down to keep this drive alive here. It's the ball just shy, about a yard. Big back out of W.J. Mowat. Put up some impressive numbers this high school season.
Oh, he's just a battering ram out there. He does so well. Gets those shoulders low. And here comes Keegan Royal. But I think we're going to have a holding call on this play here. Yeah, it's going to be holding against the offense. And it's going to go back.
You can see Riley Hillsworth of Alberta high-stepping and then showing off the Superman cape.
Well, and this is it for these kids, these young men here. I shouldn't call them kids anymore. Most of them are bigger than me. These young men out there, this is a showcase game. They're here to show off their stuff, and they're doing a great job of it so far today.
So a little damper on the first round drive as BC came close. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. A pair of interceptions for BC have kept Alberta off the scoreboard. Andrew Hunt, number 1, steps back, looks to his right, found the intended target, and then he was driven back. Go away, we don't want you here. Number 80 with the reception.
And I bet you, when he rewatches it, he wish he was looking to his left because he had his slot back wide open. But just a little swing pass there, and the defender was there to wrap him up and take him down right away.
But not enough to move the chains, and so a turnover, or pardon me, they're going to punt the ball here, which means the ball will be moved down 35 yards, and that's where Alberta will take over.
They'll go the other direction, 35 yards.
See Coach, the CJFL Coach of the Year walking up, Bob Reist, the coach of the Valley Huskers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had a great year this year. Wow, what a difference that was. We called a bunch of those games. And that first one of the year was something else. It was electrifying in here. They hadn't won in, 3 years?
Yeah, it was a 3-year losing, I think 31-game losing streak before they came from behind to beat the Vancouver Island Raiders.
Well, and they were losing the game badly at the half and came back in the second half, and it was like a whole new team. And that season changed on a dime.
And what really speaks volumes is, looking at the player biographies, the number of kids that said a team they'd be interested in playing for, Valley Huskers, I have not seen that in 3 years of covering the Border Bowl.
No, but it's the changing culture here. Coach Reist has done such a good job in changing the culture here that they are ready to come play for him.
Flags once again. Nice work by the running back. Once again, it's Dayton Gibbs showing he's got some moves like Jagger out there, but the flags went right away, and this one, not that it was much of a gain, but looks like it may be coming back.
Moves like Jagger, that's a smooth loving of Andy Gibb out there, man. He's just deking. Look at that, jumping over people, stepping there, and then he's getting tackled, but he keeps those feet driving. He's sideways doing the side shuffle and moving forward. We got another offside on the BC team here, but I think the yardage is going to be more than what the 5 yard would. Oh no, they're going to keep the 5 yard penalty.
The 5, so
they keep their first down.
What a great run, boy! I'm enjoying watching number 23 Dayton Gibb.
Yeah, he's really pressed in that pile. I love that sidestep. It just keeps dragging the tacklers. They hit him again, and he goes off tackle this time. And it's number 3 Connor Way that wraps him up and is able to slow him up enough until he gets some help over there. Number 24, Brendan Watts, comes over, high voltage there, and takes him down.
Looks like he has enough for the first down, though, and maybe an extra yard.
Yeah, they're going to be about 1.5 yards past the first down marker.
So pickup of about 7 on the play. He's had, I think, 2 runs that haven't counted because there's been penalties called at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So officially his second rush of the day. He's got 9 yards.
And we're getting a whistle blowing here. Oh, the sticks weren't right, so they wanted to make sure they had the right down on the sticks there.
So Alberta driving. They've been denied twice thanks to interceptions by Way and Mufid. It's 0-0. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good running there, spins off of 2 tackles, still on his feet, and finally just ran out of steam as he makes his way up inside the 50-yard line. And Team BC, another great run by the brother Gibb.
Well, he just comes flying off tackle, steps past 1 tackle. The guy, the defender's got his shoe, but he just steps out of it and then runs through a half dozen of them before he falls down on his own. He wasn't even tackled there. They just kept hitting his leg so many times he stumbled.
You think Chris Angel's got good magic tricks? He made 9 yards out of something that should have been nothing.
A 2-yard loss.
Now they'll clear it out in the backfield. Delaney checks over, and hey, why not? Gets it back to Gibb, and right now Gibb's got to be getting a few clicks on Sly.do as the Viewer's Choice Award winner.
Well, yeah, here he just another little screen pass to him. He sneaks out, leaks out of the backfield, and it's number 7 there, Taylor Fleming, that makes a tackle.
That's a pickup of about 10 on the play. Team Alberta starting to warm up here with Delaney. Out of Fort McMurray. Now a quick little pass, and if the defender had been looking at the ball, that's another interception.
For sure. Number 88 there, who is Caden Reynolds. The ball hits him in the hands, and it looks like he's bringing it in, but as he's bringing it in, he kind of flips it up in the air. And the defender, number 27, Marcus Roche, comes downhill, but doesn't see it in time.
Reynolds, another one of the Tabor boys that played for W.R. Myers. Very good on the defensive side, too. We'll get to those numbers a little bit later. Alberta now. Jet sweep outside. And he's got a lane. Finally brought down at the 15-yard line. A massive pickup for Team Alberta.
Number 7, Alexander Matheson, comes across on the jet sweep there and just flies. I'm not even sure that anybody saw him coming. He was going so fast, and he just flew right by. Yep. So now they got it down here. They're on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Alberta squad. And they're back to number 21, the big power back. And it's Roche that has to go down. He's carrying 2 guys on his back, and Roche has to go down and take him out at the ankles.
Maybe enough for a first. Yeah, it is a first down, 10-yarder.
Oh, nice job. Number 21 there, who is Shane Nellis. He's had a couple of good runs. This one here, he just comes back across the defense, and they're grabbing at him, but they just can't get a hold of him. And Roche does a great job. Saw Marcus Roche 2 weekends in a row at the Dome for Robert Bateman in the provincial semifinal and then in the finals. And supposedly, I didn't see the quarterfinal, but supposedly he lit up all 3 of those games. He's a great player.
Alberta threatening now. There's the handoff, looking for a hole, squeezes ahead. Arms are raised, everyone but the officials.
Yeah, they're going to call him down on like the half-yard line here. Yeah, I think his knee hit the ground as he laid out. We'll have to see on our crack action video replay here. And here comes Gibb, and right away it's Connor Way making the first contact, takes the feet up underneath him, and I
think the knees were down, as you said, probably about the half or the 1-yard line.
No,
Are they calling it a touchdown?
That's the end of the half, or the quarter. Sorry, end of the quarter. So they're going to be on the 1-yard line. I think when we relook at that replay, I think that was a touchdown, but not quite down to that ball's across the line.
Well, we've got the benefit.
Look at that shot.
Look at that shot.
That's our production booth right there, getting us those great shots. Good job, guys.
EBN Sports, the best in the biz when it comes to web broadcasting, community, high school, provincial sports, you name it. You got a parade, they'll shoot that too. So we'll get set. I had to pause for a minute. I lost my rosters. The wind kind of blew and it gusted and fell down. Thankfully, I got a backup I gave to Matt Macri, so he'll be sharing with me.
Unbelievable. You get like this half-inch crack behind us here, and it went straight down, like didn't even stop.
Alberta driving now. Gets taste the end zone. There's the hand. Oh, great defense there. Number 40 for BC, Braden Reed out of Prince George.
Now that's my guy right there, number 40, Braden Reed. Love this kid. Great football player, really polite young man, and he just comes and brings it hard right there. Rolls over the top of number 52, Nicholas Young, who was trying to give him a hand with it, but Braden didn't need any help. So it's going to be, they're actually moving in the wrong direction here. It's about 3rd and 2 now.
2 steps forward, 1 back.
Well, they go for the quarterback keeper.
Pushing ahead, it's Matthew.
Nicholas Young into the backfield, wraps up his legs and hauls him down. And look at the respect there. The quarterback that he just tackled helps Nicholas Young off the ground. The great defensive play here. Nicholas Young just gets low, gets down, grabs the leg, and yanks him backwards. Adds some help with the big number 66, who is Michael Gustino, to help bringing him down. But there's going to be a penalty on here, and I bet you it's going to be a hold on the offense. It's going to pop that back 10 yards as well.
Unbelievable. What a goal line stand for Team BC. The defense has come to play so far. 2 interceptions, and twice Alberta's come knocking on the doorstep and have not been able to open the door here. Early in the second quarter, still 0-0, just under a minute gone.
Well, they're waving off the flags there. So, I mean, I'm guessing after they talked about it, nobody saw nothing. So it's 4th and goal here from the 1-yard line.
You got to go for it.
You got to. I mean, unless you got a sure-foot kicker, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go for it at this point. So I think we got to time. While the coaches are over there talking to the refs, they want to know what the call was and why wasn't there a call and what's going on.
Another great shot there. Look at that one, Matt.
Yeah, that was beauty.
We get the benefit of instant replay up here, though. The referees do not down there. No one's got an iPad showing them what happened.
Head coach Travis Miller there is not happy. He had a conversation with the referees. I think he's thinking that there should have been a penalty against BC, but they're not going to be one. He's going to have a timeout here, and he's going to make sure that the quarterback's got the play. 4th and 1 here, you're definitely going to go for it. You want to put that into the end zone.
Travis Miller, familiar with these grounds, former member of the Huskers back in the day out of Sexsmith, Alberta, the head coach, 2-time Alberta Football League Defensive Player of the Year. So he knows what BC's doing on the other side. He just doesn't like it.
Yeah, he does. He does, that's for sure. I mean, he's one of those guys that gets out there with the kids and teaches them what he learned. And I love seeing that in these coaches that give it back.
Feel free to comment if you've logged into your YouTube account. Let us know who you're cheering for and what you think of what's happening. Maybe you thought that was a touchdown. Feel free to comment there. You can also do it on social media. VBN Sports does have a Twitter handle. I have a Twitter handle. It's @some_sportsguy. We're also on Facebook if you like our VBN Sports page. You can communicate that way too. We like to be interactive, and we would love to hear from you. And don't forget to vote for who you think is your viewer's choice. Player of the day is SLI.do, or you can also download that app. The event code is #ABC Border Bowls.
Yeah, definitely get in there and vote for your player of the game. It's great watching these guys here, but they want to hear your feedback, and that's huge. I mean, they'll be looking at this after the fact just to see how close they were.
And this could be an early turning point of this game, because this could be absolutely gut-wrenching for Team Alberta if they can't punch this in, because they had 4 tries right there from the half-yard line. And this defense of BC, the interior, has really stepped up. It's been a different guy every time, too, stepping up.
Yeah, and it's been really good. They've had a really good running game. They've been able to move the ball. Their defense has been swarming. BC hasn't been able to do much on offense here because that Alberta defense is so quick in there to knock them off.
They've almost got things sorted.
I think the ref's going to come here and let us know what's going on.
He doesn't have a microphone, though, so hopefully you're a good lip reader. Now, was this penalty against BC? Are they getting first down?
Well,
So now after stopping them 3 straight tries, they've got to try to do it 4 more, does Team BC.
And I'm going to question that. I'm not sure how that resets the downs.
Nikolic, and that almost looked like a backwards pass.
It was a backwards pass. And number 22, Julian Estrada, was getting after that ball hard because that was a live ball. That was backwards. So there it goes off the hand. And Estrada's right there, pace for pace. And it looks like, they're going to go, they're going to move that back. It went out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 6.
3rd target to Alexander Matheson out of St. Joe's.
It was just too high and wide for Alexander there. He had a great idea, but it was just too high and wide on him.
So the coaching staff decide to try to go through the air. They'll go back to the ground, and the big man slams his way ahead, and this time he will not be denied. Touchdown, Alberta. Number 23, Dayton Gibb.
Dayton Gibb here, and he's just a great power runner. Gets down low, gets to the outside, comes off that tackle, and straight into the end zone. Almost untouched, really. A beautiful job of just cutting across the line, going down his blocks, and turning upfield. Looks like number 90 got a hand on him, Jacob Gilman, but just couldn't bring him down.
I mean, you can try to stop a flood with duct tape so many times, and eventually it's going to burst through. And after softening him up with a throw, they decided to go back to Gibb, and he's had an excellent game so far.
Well, I'm not 100% sure. It's in. Off the post and in. I'm not sure why that offside would have created a fresh set of downs. And that's, I'm going to get clarification at the half. I'm going to ask the referees here why that would have reset the downs there, because then they had to stop on the next play. So, BC's going to be a little bit frustrated, and maybe they need to get some frustrations out here.
Well, they haven't had much luck through the air, have Team BC. They have attempted 5 passes, only completed 1, and it was for no yards.
Yep.
Not much better luck on the ground. I think maybe about 20 yards total on 5 rushes, so 4-yard average is okay, but unless you're rushing the ball each and every time, you're not getting first downs.
No, and they've got to get some plays happening here. They got to get going forward. And
it's not like they don't have the talent to do it either.
Just about getting your wheels under you. Once you do, you can't be stopped.
So there are kickoffs. That's the difference. There's no punts, but there are kickoffs, so you will get a chance to see some of these talented returners. As a booming kick from Simon Gray. And then the Team BC player, blue attire, kind of got up and shrugged his shoulders, number 6, Keegan Royal. We'll head now to the sidelines. Again, here's Tim Amy.
And we're on the sidelines with Matthew Nikolic from Calgary, Alberta, home of the Grey Cup champions. And you've opened the scoring here, 7-0 early in the second quarter. How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling really great about the game. Our team actually looks like we're going to come together, and hopefully we're going to come out with this one. Okay,
now midget head coach for Chilliwack, Matt Paisley, would kill me if I didn't ask this question. How important is your O-line to that series of downs you just had?
Oh, they're very important. They kept on opening those big, huge gaps that I could fit my car through, and our running back just kept on making those cuts that we needed.
Okay, so now, how do you keep the offense rolling here and keep the momentum going?
You just got to keep them calm, make sure you keep on building up their confidence throughout the game, because they can make a bad play and then they're down on themselves, but you just got to keep on being the leader and just keep on making them feel great.
Now, you've thrown 2 picks so far, so what does that touchdown do to your confidence?
That was the other quarterback.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The other quarterback part.
I haven't thrown any.
He's 0 for the picks. Okay, and it's Christmas time. What do you want from Santa?
Oh, a new car.
New car it is. All right, we'll get that AMC Pacer all warmed up for you. Thank you very much. Have a great game. Tim Amy, VBNSports.com.
And right rolling out the new quarterback for BC, and a big hit after a quick little pass and catch to number 6, Keegan Royal.
A lot of flags on that play, though. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. I do believe, they're pointing to the BC side. I think they jumped the slots for offside as they came to the line. So a big pickup's going to be brought back a few yards.
We got our first look at Cameron Wright. Of course, he played in the May Border Bowl.
Yep.
A bit earlier, he was the AA Western Conference MVP in high school. He was also an all-provincial linebacker, and his John Barsby Bulldogs made it to the semifinals in the high school provincials. Threw for over 1,000 yards. Here's what's impressive. He was only sacked one time all regular season, so very elusive. And we'll head back to the sidelines in just a moment. One more play here, though, for Team BC with 12:15 to go. Right in the gun as the breeze starts to blow towards the Alberta sideline. Wright will throw it up. He's got the man open. Nice catch there, and he'll leapfrog his man, and a little bit of hurdle action here at Exhibition Stadium. Number 33, Ebie Okoko Chomsing says, not only can I run north-south, I can hurdle players too.
ABA is a bit of a show-off here. We're off the side.
We'll head it down now to Tim Amy.
We're on the sidelines with Darian Delaney of Fort McMurray, Alberta. And Darian, how you feeling so far today, buddy?
Pretty good. Through 2 early picks, so hopefully we can regroup ourselves and get back in the game. But so far, I mean, we're up 7-0, so hopefully we can keep the lead.
Now, what's the key to keeping that lead and keeping things rolling?
Just consistency and efficiency of the offense. Just keep everything rolling. Just efficiency. That's it.
Okay. Now, what grade you in at school, son?
12.
12. And what's on the agenda for next season for you?
Hopefully, just playing some next level ball, keeping it going.
Do you have a preference between the junior league or university?
No, really, just trying to play at next level.
Just play next level. Yeah. Okay, and of course, Border Bowl is a big part of that. And Christmas right around the corner. What are you looking for under the tree from Santa?
You know what? Maybe in New Jersey. That's about it.
New Jersey. Hopefully, it's cleaned and washed for you. Okay, Darian Delaney, Fort Mac, Alberta. Thank you so much. And from the sidelines, Tim Amy, VBNSports.com.
All right, we're back to game action. A 1-yard run by Ebie Okoko Chomsing, WJ Mowat star. Looking back, he won, I think, Player of the Year for Mowat and some of the lower levels almost every single year, except for the year I think he was in Texas.
Yeah, he did. He played a year in Houston with his dad, and besides that, he's just been an absolute stud for Mowat. They added a 15-yard penalty to his last run there. We jumped the guy on the sideline because he got hit out of bounds, and then he's had a couple of runs since then.
So big step up there by number 43, Reese Morris out of Chinook. Stuffed him for a loss of 1. It was Okoko Chomsing on another run. Is TBC going to work? Right around the halfway mark, and it looks like Team Alberta drawn offside. We'll see who the referees fingers the guilty party.
Yeah, they're pointing over at the Alberta side. The slot on the far side started and then stopped, and then started again, and the whole defensive line jumped offside. Here we go. I think the far slot back confused them.
Looks like Cameron Wright doing a nice job of kind of jump-starting this offense a little bit. Sometimes just a little different flavor can get things cooking.
Well, that big penalty helped, and then ABA's running has just been phenomenal. He's your atypical power back out there. With him out there right now, I do believe that is Ethan Bernardin on the other side.
North Langley Kodiaks, if memory serves me correct, and in and off the fingertips of, was that number 18, Jordan Penny Legion? And it's tough when things are going 100 miles an hour. You see the quick little toss, and just off the left hand of Penny Legion.
Yeah.
So officially, minus all the penalties, Wright is 1 for 2 passing since he came in. Of course, the big gain, Ebie Okoko Chomsing, about 15 yards right now. Steps back, he's got a man wide open, and it's Okoko Chomsing, who then points while he's on his keister to the first down marker.
He had to go down. He had to go low for that ball. And really, how low can you go? Well, that's about as far as it is. He comes underneath it here, gets both hands under it, and goes right down onto his back. And he brings that ball in. He's sitting on his butt, pointing for a first down.
Like the dad and the lazy boy saying, go get me a lemonade, son. 21-yard pickup for Okoko Chomsing. Wright's got him headed in the right direction here, wearing number 2 in the purple. Barks out the signals, flanked by 2 in the back. They go to Okoko Chomsing. He makes his way around the left. He's still on his feet. He's all the way down inside the 30 or 20-yard line.
Well, this is Okoko Chomsing telling Gibbs, I see you and I can do that too. Here he goes, off tackle, big run, sees the hole, tries to split the defense here, and they just get a hold of him and spin him around, bring him down. Number 70, great job by number 70, who is Matthew Stang, to hold on there. Just got the back of his jersey because Okoko really rolled off of him and was facing downhill, and Stang was able to grab his jersey and yank him down.
Back-to-back 21-yard pickups, one through the ground, one through the air. Wright is going nowhere, driven to the turf by the pair of defenders. Big number 67 in there on that tackle, and that's Rylan Jones out of Valley View.
Well, and here, whistle should have gone here, but they just let it go. And then all of a sudden, you're throwing the quarterback to the ground.
Rylan Jones already committed to the Edmonton Wildcats of junior football. He was the MPFL out of Calgary MVP, so you can see why there.
Yeah, no, he's a big boy, Rylan Jones there. So there's going to be a penalty here. They're just discussing what it's going to be and which direction we're going.
Great to have you along. Don't forget, cast your vote if you haven't done so. Whether you're a fan, hey, maybe you're a scout or a coach. Hey, you can still cast a vote too. We won't discriminate. It's sli.do is where you go on the web, on your phone, or download the app. Hashtag ABC Border Bulls. So yeah, they will finger him for the roughness. And maybe the whistle blew, but there was so much shouting from the stands.
Yeah. So that's going to put him on the 11-yard line, and that's going to be a first down.
So BC will keep the drive alive, aided by a pair of penalties, 15 yards.
Well, that was actually a 5-yard penalty because it was a 10-yard holding penalty, and then the 15-yard unnecessary roughness, so it ends up with an offset of 5.
Right now can feel the heat, throws it low, taken down, good pressure there from the interior defensive team Alberta, incomplete pass.
Yeah, and it's going to be I think it's going to be a hold here on BC again, that they're going to march back.
And just look at big number 55 there, Riley Pillsworth out of Grand Prairie. He's got 2 guys trying to block him, and he still managed to squeeze through them. I'd be getting rid of that ball in a hurry, too, if I saw 55 barreling towards me.
He's a big guy, but his athleticism, like we watch here, he comes through the middle of that line. He's double-teamed, fights his way through. He gets the running back, picks him up as well, and he's still coming downhill at the quarterback.
5'11", 270. Team West, a member of that, and Grand Prairie's most improved player at high school.
Yeah. It's funny, a bunch of these kids on the BC side played Team West. A bunch of kids on the Alberta side played. They're chatting on the sidelines before the game. These buddies that they haven't seen in a while.
Right with the completion, and that will, move the sticks there.
No, it'll get them back to the original line of scrimmage because of the holding call. They're first and 20. So that's going to move them back, and it's going to be actually a pickup from the original line of scrimmage of 1, but an overall pickup of 11. Maybe 2nd and 9.
Team BC marching here in the red zone and trying to tie this game up, trailing 7-0 as you see right now, rolling out. And nice pass and catch there. And Jordan Penny Legion with the reception. Great to see that. Right now, once again, beautiful pass. He had the touch on that, and what a good defensive play, Matt.
That was beautiful defensive play here. He's covering one guy. He sees the plays going. I need that number because he sees the ball's going, gets off his guy. Let's watch this one more time here in the replay because it's just fabulous. He's covering one guy, gets off of him, jumps out and takes it out of the hand. Stole a touchdown from ABB Okoko. That's number 16 or 15, Tristan Peddle. Wow, he did a great job on that one. Good job, Tristan.
Another good Grand Prairie boy there. They make him tough up there in the north. Second Border Bowl, he was the Bantam Most Improved Player. As it's floated up, NBA, Okoko Chomsing, and a big 6, and it's a 7-6 game.
Oh. That way, they went back there. This time they had the receiver take the defensive back all the way out of the play and get him right out of there. And they were able to do the exact same play to Okoko this time. And we called it wrong. It wasn't 15, it was 16 on the defensive play earlier. And I want to make
Peddle's a fine player. Yeah, John Tams.
John Tams did that excellent defensive play.
And 6'2" on the taller, lankier players, and used that reach very well on that play. Another one of those Tabor boys, W.R. Myers. Team that made it to the semifinals of the Tier 4 provincials, lost by 1 point to Camrose. That close to the finals.
Wow, that is tight.
Got her way now. We'll look to boot this one through, being held by Andrew Hunt. Kick is up and the kick is blocked, but there is a flag. And Alberta is absolutely jacked up. And the flag was against BC. We saw this last week. We called the 12-man provincial championships. North Surrey Tigers lost by 1 point. They missed the extra point. They lost the final.
Game was the game was 7-6. And that's going to be a tough one to swallow if this game ends that way. It's going to be a long afternoon if the game ends that way, too.
So it was Alberta that opened the scoring here in the second quarter, about a minute and a half in, and a 5-yard run by number 23, Dayton Gibb, answered back just shy of the 7-minute mark here at 6:56 by a 10-yard reception, ABA Okoko Chomsing.
Well, that was ABA's drive there, right from the word go. Leaping the player on the sideline and getting that penalty, getting hit out of bounds, moving him up. That moved him up over the 50-yard line. And then just some great plays to get that ball into the end zone by ABA.
Really, if you look at the first half so far, Gibb has probably had the best offensive production for Team Alberta, and Okoko Chomsing has had the best offensive production for Team BC. It's a tit for tat. And off we go from the 35-yard line. Team Alberta will receive this kick from BC into the sure hands of number 7, Alexander Matheson. Slipped around one tackle. He's looking to cut his way outside. Matheson still on his feet. Drives around another defender past the 50. All the way down inside BC's territory. And you kind of held your breath when he turned back and 2 defenders were pursuing him. But oh my goodness, Matheson showing some great wheels there.
Well, he did a really good job here. Unfortunately, there's a flag on this, so it's going to come back. And he did, but it's a great run. He gets up here and drops the ball, so he has to pick it up, and that's the reason that he loops back. And he's got 3 defenders chasing him, right on him, just out of the arm reach there. Gets turned up here, and he's still on his feet, still going. Number 4 comes in, but it's number 14, Dakota Collum, that squares up and takes those legs out from underneath him.
And you hope Cody Harper gives him a big hug. He was the one that got called for the holding.
Wow.
Up there blocking at the end, too. And
yeah, and that's unfortunate here because it's going to come all the way back from where the hold was and then 10 yards back from that. So that puts them back at their, 25-yard line as opposed to way up the field in the BC territory.
Just over 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and the defenses have reigned supreme overall. BC with a pair of interceptions as Delaney stays in at quarterback for Team Alberta. Flanked by Gibb behind him, receivers in motion, handoff, and Gibb now cuts one way. Nice edges there, Matt, as he looked one way and right away he zipped the other, and a nice pickup there to get things going for Team Alberta.
Well, Gibb is doing such a great job of just finding those holes and utilizing his big body to get in those holes and move it up field. great speed, great cut, doing an excellent job there. And it's number 40, Brendan Reed, that's getting in on the tackle there.
That's officially his 8th carry. He's had carries of 9 and a couple of 7-yard carries too so far. And hey, they'll go back to him again, tries to cut his way outside to the right, blows by one defender, went past his own blocker, finally brought down, but not before he picked up a massive gain there.
Wow, his outside speed is phenomenal. I mean, this is a power back who's getting to the outside and outrunning defensive backs. Connor Wade gets his hands on him, but he's going so fast he just blows through him, and it's 3 of them that have to wipe him out of bounds. And it's the shoulder of number 7, Taylor Fleming, coming flying in there and finally knocking him down.
By my count, 46 yards on the ground, along with a touchdown for Gibb. Team Alberta now getting closer to the BC territory. 7-6 lead for the visitors in gray. Early movement, no flags though. Handoff, but BC jumped in there right away, and you couldn't squeeze a loony through that pile there.
They were in there so fast. The whole defensive line was getting there. There's number 55, Spencer Logan, in there doing some damage. He was the MVP for the Rising Selects in the May games this year. He just does such damage on that O-line, gets in the backfield fast.
Shane Ellis with the carry and a loss of 2. Two-time player of the year for his team, Mr. Nellis. Delaney sets back, drops back, pass, driving ahead. They'll try to move the pile from the backside. The only one really hurting is the poor guy that caught the ball.
Yeah, they drop it down to Nellis, but Nicholas Young didn't bite on the screen that time and sat down and waited for him. So as soon as he catches the ball here, Young's able to get back out there. He just spins off, sees it, gets back down the field, and it's number 90 and I can't see the other one.
52.
52, and number 7, Taylor Fleming.
So you had Nicholas Young in there. You had Gilman in there.
Fleming in there.
Referees will blow the whistle. There's a good-looking crowd here in attendance. It's a brisk day out. As looking at the forecast, they said the high would be about 5 today. It does not feel like that up here in Exhibition Stadium.
No, it's not that cold. That's for sure. That's for sure. Put on socks and shoes. It was a little too cold for sandals, but
I'm still wearing shorts. If you're a regular viewer to these broadcasts, you know Matt Macri is the man that wears shorts like he's in the Bermuda Triangle the whole time.
Hey, if there ain't snow on the ground, there's no point in putting on pants. Let me tell you. And I only do that because shorts look goofy with snow boots. So
well, could be a brand new fashion trend.
Yeah.
Do the Macri. It's 4:14 to go, 7-6 lead. Alberta, they've got the ball, 3rd and 10, as that pass and catch to Nellis got them back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
This is a big play, I think, for the BC defense because they want to stem this momentum. They want to get the ball back in their hands as time winding down here in the first half.
And I love this. You got this timeout here, and you got the defensive coach, one of the defensive coach while you're talking. You got the field general, Connor Way, directing traffic out there, talking to the other defenders, letting them know where they need to be, and he's pointing out the receivers and the assignments as they come onto the field.
See us studying our notes in the roster. Don't be surprised if down the road we get a chance to see Michael Sawatsky, number 4, go to work. Delaney now launches it up high, double coverage. I'm not sure if that's going to count.
They didn't call him out of bounds. They didn't call him out of bounds. It's number 22 there. Julian Estrada is looking at the ref going, are you kidding me? You kidding me? I tried so hard. But let's take a double check here.
I think that was the right call by the officials. He was still juggling on his way out.
Short thrown. Yeah, he didn't have possession until he came over the line. So, yeah. Nice catch, Julian, but it wasn't an interception.
So Delaney's looked to push the ball down. I'm not sure if the wind maybe kind of is catching it and hanging it up there in the air a bit.
Hey, you look at the flags, there's not a bunch of wind there. So I think that was just an underthrown ball. And then the receiver got over top of the one defender, and Estrada was so far underneath that he was able to get to that underthrown ball. I mean, not until he couldn't bring it in on the sideline there, but at least he got to it and made sure that nobody else caught it.
By my count, Delaney, 2 for 8, or 3 for 8, pardon me, on the day so far. Against a very good BC defense. So BC now with the ball after the virtual punt, we'll call it. A reminder that the defenses can't bring more than 5 in terms of pressure on the quarterback right now. Flips out of the pockets, got the man open. There's a catch, and he'll cut his way straight up the middle. Now working outside, brought down Keenan Royal, though, with a huge pickup.
And unfortunately, it's coming back. There's a hold on the offense. And instead of down into the Alberta territory, they're going to be 1st and 20.
And I think you can credit the rush, that front 4 of Alberta, putting all the pressure on BC. Go ahead.
Really good pressure, and a great job by Wright to step through the pocket there and get himself some viewing space. Royals all the way down the field wide open, and he saw that and was able to deliver it. But unfortunately, that gap that he stepped through was only there because of that hold.
Been impressed with Cameron Wright's vision. He's very elusive, uses his legs not to pick up yards himself, though, but to get himself open, very comfortable outside the pocket. And he's shown a very nice touch.
He's a very mobile quarterback, that's for sure.
Right, out of John Barsby, and what a season they had this year.
Yeah, I called their game in the semifinals. They did a really good job. He's an excellent, excellent quarterback in that game.
There's the pitch outside, and won't get back to the first down marker. Number 26, Ethan Bernardin, the North Langley Kodiak, who was a member of the midget provincial champions.
Yeah, he didn't play much in that game. He's recovering from a broken leg, and he just got the clearance this week to play. You can see him kind of hobbling a little bit there. I don't think he's 100%, but he's dying to play football. I mean, he's a gamer. You've heard us talk about him before. I love his cornering ability. I don't think he's got all the tools that he usually has to showcase here, but he is dying to play in the game. The doctor gave him clearance, so he's out there.
Can't measure the size of the heart. Right up the middle, I believe that's Royal.
He'd be close to a first down there. He's going to be really close to a first down.
Wow, they got to get all the way.
Oh, right. Sorry. He'd be really close back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, you pulled a Warren right there.
I did.
You pulled a Warren.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pickup of maybe 2 on the play. Keegan Royal. It's officially, believe it or not, only his 3rd rush, because I think 4 different plays other than that he's done have been called back on penalties.
Well, and what we find in these games here, too, is because of the short time frame that they get to work together, you see a lot of offsides to start this game. You see a lot of flags to start the game. Second half, they really shore up the flags, and they really kind of get into a roll.
Cameron right now steps back, looks to the left, another soft one, floats it out, there's a fumble. Did they scoop it back? I think they did.
Yeah, Keegan Royal caught it and then immediately dropped the ball, making a move on the defender, but was able to pounce onto the ball. But it's going to be 4th down, and I think you're going to see BC kick at this point.
Loss of about 3 on the play, and yeah, I think they have to, unless you've got some trick in your playbook that you can get that one all the way down. They're shy about 14 yards, I think, of a first down.
See, and I think, and I think this punt for safety's sake, taking out the punt for the safety's sake, you don't get those blind sides, you don't get those ear holes, and you eliminate injuries, right? But it eliminates the chance for the coaches to call like a fake punt. And I mean, I called one once from my end zone, scored a touchdown. It was nice. I didn't run it. I can't run the length of the field. Let's be honest here, right? But we called it, and we ended up scoring a touchdown off of it. You
got to weigh that though with the prospect of more players getting injured, especially in a showcase game.
Yeah, and that's 100% correct. I mean, the punt game is just it's a little barbaric, that's for sure.
From the 52-yard line, Delaney and Team Alberta up 7-6, go to work. There's a handoff, there's a flag. Working his way outside, Tristan Peddle. We talked about him a little bit earlier on the defensive side, and there he goes to work on the offensive side, but it may be for naught.
See if Wayne can get us some hot chocolate for halftime.
Well, they got a mark down of a pickup about a yard, but it looks like that. There. Oh.
It's against Alberta.
Yeah, but it was ineligible number uncovered, but I think they might have checked in with the head ref and the side judge just didn't see it. So it's one of those situations you throw the flag and you can always pick it up after the fact. 2-yard pickup here for Alberta. It's their 2nd and 8.
So Peddle with a 2-yard pickup. Alberta Delaney handoff. Go back to Gibb. Gibb, oh my goodness. Weaseled his way through that hole. Gibb now past another defender. Gibb on the sideline. He's still on his feet and he's finally driven out. And there's a flag, a late hit.
Well, and they're throwing the flag here, and I don't know if this is a good flag or not, because he hit him right on the sideline there. And so here he comes. Gibb gets outside. Great block on Connor Way. He was coming down to seal that edge, and he got blocked out. And then the defender there just kind of lunges at his legs. 17 kind of gives him a shove there. And then a big hit. He's not quite out of bounds before he's shoved by number 15, Sam McPherson. But I guess he had stepped out of bounds earlier. The whistle had gone, and McPherson gave him that shove after the fact. So it's going to be down on the 1-yard line.
That wasn't the question. Never mind. Thank you.
So that was about a 46-yard pickup.
Huge run by Gibb.
That'll put him up to about 90 yards on the ground. Walking into the end zone, touchdown Alberta. Number 21, Shane Ellis.
Well, great job by Shane Ellis here. He gets it on the 1-yard line and just runs down his blockers into the end zone. So he gets the ball and cuts to his left right away and runs down his line of blockers, and nobody really had a chance to get a hand on him there.
Well, I guess number 23, Dayton Gibb, figured I got the touchdown last time I set this one up. Nellis, it's your turn.
Well, he's probably out of breath. That was a huge run with a lot of ashing and crashing and a big hit at the end of it, too.
Should have been brought down back at probably about the 50-yard line, but...
Well, it was a fabulous block. I didn't catch the number of the defender. Connor Way comes up to seal that edge, and the tackle comes off. I don't know if it was a pulling guard or if it was the tackle. Comes off and just shoves him and gets him out of the way. Oh, that ball got tipped and still went through the uprights there.
Things are rolling Alberta's way. 2:05 left here in the second quarter as Nellis was the 2013 Rookie of the Year, twice the Raiders Player of the Year on offense, and last year was the offensive back for the Mighty Peace Football League. So well decorated, number 21 Nellis, and now he adds a touchdown in the Border Bowl to his resume.
There you go. And a great run by Nellis there. He followed his blockers, good patience, just comes straight down the line. Everybody's crashing to the right. He goes to the left.
And here's the kickoff by Simon Gray. A booming kick fielded by Team BC. Down a major and a point. And a good run back by number 10 for BC. That's John Nantes out of the Cowichan Bulldogs.
Yeah. A good run back here. He does a good job of showing patience here. Waits for his blockers to get out in front of him and follows his blockers quite well. Stiff arms one guy there, but it's big number 24 that comes across, Jacob Sandol, that comes across and takes him down hard.
Jacob Sandol, one of many players from Peace Wapiti School. I believe that's in Grand Prairie. I'll double check in a moment. A lot of northern players though between Fort Mac and Grand Prairie for Team Alberta. BC now going to the air. Ran into a bunch of bumper cars there. Number 80 for Team BC. That's Aman Bansal out of DP Todd.
Well, Aman Bansal here, he's trying to get down to that ball, and the defense does a good job. They just they rush hour him here. One gets in front, one gets behind, and they just don't give him anywhere to go. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from their 30-yard line for the BC team. They'd really like to get a score on the board here before the half. You know, tighten up that deficit, 14-6.
9th attempt through the air for Wright since he came into the game. He remains in there. We've got 4 receivers to the left. Right, though, will step up in the pocket. Goes right, he's got the man, and this time he won't be denied. Big reception for Team BC, number 80, Bensall.
Aman Bensall here does the same thing that he did the last time. Cameron Wright does the same thing he did on his big pass last time. Steps up in the pocket, steps through the defenders, gives his guys time to get open, and there he goes. He delivers the strike down the sideline to Bensall, who got the separation from his defender that he needed to make that catch. Huge pickup for the BC team.
About 30 yards of yak, yards after catch, 41 overall in that play, 1:30 to go, and Wright driving the BC bus towards the end zone. Lots of movement, lots of flags, might be a free play. Right now we'll zip that one in, right into the hands of Jordan Penny Legion. We'll see though if it'll stand.
I've seen the replay here. He hit Penny Legion short. He had Okoko deep. Watch this. Okoko does a good job of getting down the field. Sees the quarterback's in trouble, so the quarterback scrambles out here, and he throws it, and Penny Legion gets it. But off our screen up top is ABA Okoko, all by his lonesome, up by the corner of the end zone. Oh, so it's going to be a penalty on the Alberta side. It's going to equate to a first down.
About 11-yard pickup there for Jordan Penny Legion and Team BC. Penny Legion's second reception of the afternoon. BC down by 8 points. So if they can score a major, do you go for the 2 points to tie it, or do you try to chip within 1?
For sure. Well, they didn't have any luck chipping in the last one, so might as well, get out there. There's being offside on the BC squad here. The slot was way past the line of scrimmage before that ball was snapped.
Penny Legion on a jet sweep, nothing doing. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, as you said.
Well, and here, the Alberta squad, you may want to, because it was a tackle for a loss, you might want to decline the penalty and take it 2nd and 12.
This wonderful penetration and pursuit by Team Alberta, as it was number 10 that got in there, Noah Yakimchuk.
Yeah, we've said his name a couple of times already today.
One of those fine Sexsmith boys. There's a few of them on the roster.
Yep.
Sexsmith Sabres.
Yeah. So, they're going to let them keep their first down and make it 1st and 15 for the BC squad.
I think you have to when the field position is more important than the downs even at this point in the game.
Wow.
1:13 left.
There's going to be a timeout here for the Alberta sides.
That's a good timeout, too, because you want to maybe make sure you got the right game plan in there.
Well, you got them, use them. You got them, use them. In a situation like this, BC wants to score really bad here, cut the lead down. Alberta doesn't want them to. Imagine that, eh? They want to make sure that they make a big stop here and make sure they don't get into the end zone, so they come out of the half with that 8-point cushion. So the defense is, I wouldn't be shocked if they use both timeouts on this drive.
You've been on that sideline. You've been a coach for Team BC. If you were down there now, you're down by 8 points. 1:13 to go. You've got 1st and about 13. What's the play call that you would do if you were coaching?
Well, I give it to my horse. I mean, ABA Okoko is the horse. I'd give it to my horse. We got Tim Amy going, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. but no, you give it to your running back that's gotten you the big yardages already. And then because it's a first down, you got 1st and 15 here. So the first down, you give it to your runner. You let your runner see what he can do, maybe off tackle, get him out to the outside, and bang some yardage out of it, and then some play action on the second play.
Now, if you're defensive coordinator, Amos Aldred for Team Alberta, Coach, what are you doing? Are you bringing a little bit of heat? Are you just trying to kind of make sure they don't go downfield with the long pass?
I have my halves up on contain. I got my linebackers. I've got my linebackers watching those running backs. You let the safeties in the corners take care of the receivers.
Cameron right now, lots of motion. Flag as he puts it up, and the receiver had to kind of play defender on that play for Team BC. It was Dakota Cullum that went up for that one in double coverage.
I see what Wright was trying to do here, get it up high, let Dakota go up for it, but it was just a bit too high for Dakota to bring in, and he has to just bounce it out there. And if this flag's against BC, this is really going to hurt. Really going to hurt.
Michael Sawatsky, good coverage in there, though.
So it's going to be offside on the defense, which you go, okay. So no official plays happened so far, and we're back to 1st and 10.
And only 5 seconds elapsed between the last time and now, and so still plenty of time for Team BC, and Team Alberta's got to buckle up those chin straps now, as they have an 8-point cushion on Team BC, right with one flank beside him. It's Ebiye Okoko Chomsing, and now he'll kind of fan out. Goes long instead. He's got the man over the middle, all the way up to the 10, into the 5. Touchdown, Team BC, Jordan Penny Legion.
Okay, so I'm watching this here, and I see ABA Okoko tell camera right, I'm going off just off tackle there, and he gets out there, he gets in the flat, and he's open. And I'm thinking, no, he's throwing to ABA, but he doesn't. Everybody's watching ABA, and Jordan Penny Legion runs himself open, catches it in stride, makes a huge move on number 5, Nicholas Work, to come back to the inside, and nobody in front of him going to the end zone. And I'm sure Jordan Penny Legion is happy to show that one for his dad.
That's for you, Dad. Smiling down, and Al, ever the football guy, I'm sure has got a grin from ear to ear. This game dedicated to the memory of Al Penny Legion.
100%.
He was on this field in the summer with Team West and sees his son back-to-back receptions, a huge one there, 20 yards. It's a 2-point ball game now, and they are going for 2 right now. And that one intercepted by Team Alberta. So they kind of snuff out the flame there. An interception, number 10 for Alberta, and Noah Yakimchuk out of Sexsmith again. Starting to make his mark on the defensive side.
Well, Yakimchuk's had a couple of great plays, and none bigger than this to keep that lead. I mean, it isn't the 8 points that they wanted, but at least they got 2 points heading into the halftime. Well, still a minute left. Lots can happen in a minute of football.
Well, we saw that last week, too. When the weather's cold, fumbles become a little more prevalent. The ball's a bit harder. The skin, as you talked about, although these players are smart, most of them with not much exposed skin. A lot of Alberta boys, they're used to playing in weather much colder than this, so they're prepared mentally and physically for conditions.
None of the boys from Prince George are wearing sleeves, okay? So
they're like, we see how tough you are, look how much tougher we are. We're sleeveless. I'm just waiting for the guy that comes out there and no sleeves at all. Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah. No, these guys, they're tough. I mean, we got a couple of the red hat with the yellow pants there from the island, and they're kind of crazy over there. I mean, they're great football players, but they don't want anything hampering them when they're playing.
Team Alberta with a nice return here, slicing his way up. It's number 13, Cody Harper on the return. So, hey, maybe Jordan Penny Legion is your viewer's choice player of the day. Have your say. Go to sly.do. That's SLI.do. The event code is hashtag ABC Border Bowls. And make sure you vote. We want to get lots of votes in there. I can't wait to see the look on the face of the kid that gets that award, that people that watch from all over the country voted for him.
We got a young man down on the far side of the field there. I didn't see what happened. There was a flag thrown on that, but they declined it. And so the ball's going to start from the 49-yard line.
He's getting helped up, which is great.
Yeah.
By the trainers.
It's number 21, Mufid Ramaya. Looks like he just got lit up on a block there.
Member of the Chilliwack Giants midget team. It'll be number 1 for Team Alberta coming in. Matthew Nikolak. Time winding down, 52 seconds, and you've called it, Matt. You said, you know what, if I'm Team BC, I'm using up all my timeouts.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Spending them like a wad of cash in Vegas.
Yeah. Spend it like it's the third payday in a month.
There you go. Those are always nice.
Yeah. No, and you want to make sure that you use that. You got to use up your timeouts here because you don't want to leave anything on this field. Right now, you're going into the half. You only got a half of football left to play. You want to make sure that you do everything in the first half to make sure that that score is manageable going into the second half.
Maybe you are a young football player watching this game saying, man, that looks awesome. I wish I was on the field doing that. Well, here the good news is you can have a chance at doing it. There are some camps coming up in the very near future.
Tryouts are coming up in the early in the new year. They'll be announced on Facebook, ABC Border Bowls on Facebook. Definitely everybody here is going to be sharing it out there. Young guys, come on and check it out. Grade 6, 7, grade 8, 9, grade 9, 10, and grade 10, 11s for the May games. And then we got the All Canada Bowl, which is mostly grade 12s in July. Lots coming up for ABC here.
Just check out ABC Border Bowls, either BC or Alberta on Facebook. That's maybe the easiest way to get the details. Links are also there. There's a quick handoff and a nice run again.
Oh.
Look at the speed. Oh my goodness, he puts on the Jets. It's number 7, Alexander Matheson, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown. The first one came back. This one will stick like gum.
And Alexander is fired up here. He just took off like a shot out of a cannon, and the defense just couldn't catch up with him. And he does a great job of tying up Connor Way. Connor Way is about the only guy that can stop him here. And he comes around the outside, and he gets twisted inside out here and just does a great move. Connor's coming to cut him off, and he cuts back inside and gets Connor turned around, and there's just nothing he can do about it.
A 61-yard run for Matheson and puts his team in the lead. 41 seconds still to go. BC's got time to answer.
Yeah.
That's a second huge run, though, for Matheson.
Yeah.
So it was quiet in the first quarter. Teams kind of eyeing each other up. The defense is stepping up. The spotlight shines on them. It's all about the offenses here in the second quarter.
Well, and they're both getting fired up. The offenses are starting to find their stride, starting to get their rhythm and their timing down. And the huge thing here is BC wants to do something guaranteed. They want to put some score on the board here. Yes. But the huge part here is to go in that locker room knowing that you've got some momentum, that you're making positive plays, get out there and come into the second half just as tough.
Well, the big story is BC technically only down by a touchdown, but because they've missed 2 of those extra points, they went for the 2-point. They're down by 9 points now. It's 21-12. Well, but we'll see if they can chip away at that. Right here is they will receive the kickoff. Another boomer there off of the foot of Simon Gray. And it takes a strange bounce, and BC will gobble that up like Pac-Man and go to work. The sure hands of number 15, Samuel McPherson of the North Surrey Bears.
Well, Samuel McPherson just bails his teammate out here. Connor Way goes to take it, and I think he glanced to see which way he was going to run once he caught it. And it just takes a funny bounce. I mean, it's not a round ball, so it makes it difficult when you bring it in like that. Sometimes it hits on an angle, bounces off his shoulder, and it went straight forward. Now the fear there is that you got the Alberta players are coming towards the ball, and the ball's going towards them. You know, and Sam McPherson bails his teammate out, gets on that ball, gets it back for BC. They got a first down.
We saw how dangerous that can be last week in the midget finals with the Victoria Renegades and Jared Steele. First play off the kickoff, kind of fumbled it a little bit, and the player from North Langley came charging in there and kind of knocked him cold for a minute.
Yeah.
Right now, who's looked good, rolling out, steps around, 1 tackle. Andrew Wright still open. Royal finds him. Royal now moves it ahead. He will move the chains up to the 45-yard line.
Wow. That was a great job by Royal to bail out his quarterback. Good job here. Wright gets grabbed by the hand and spun around. It's a little do-si-do, but he doesn't get tackled, so he stays on his feet, and Royal sees that, finds an open spot, says, hey, I'm right here, buddy, and drops it down to him. Great job. Big tackle by, I think it's number 17. Yeah, I'm going to say 17 from Alberta, who is Logan Kent, who was able to stop him because Keegan Royal was going for a run if he didn't stop him.
So the escapability of Wright, 16-yard pickup, goes to the air again through a crowd, and Alberta says, thank you very much. Intercepted. There's Matheson with speed again. Matheson slicing and dicing. He's a hot knife through butter. Brings it all the way back deep inside BC territory.
Well, the intended receiver is still sitting on the ground, Jordan Penny Legion, because watch here. He gets down here, and he just gets creamed by 2 defenders as the ball's coming in. But there goes number 7, who is Alexander Matheson. Great job so far today. Runs it all the way back, but that's going to be the half.
Seems like a certain somebody wearing number 7 has their eye on the Viewer's Choice Award. As that will wrap things up for our coverage here in the first half. We'll be back just before the second half, getting things underway. 21-12 the score for Team Alberta. You've got it live on the 5th annual Border Bowl here from Exhibition Stadium, the Current Stars edition, thanks to VBN Sports.
How's it looking there, guys?
Awesome. You guys always do awesome. We get great views on what's going on, because sometimes I can't see what's going on, right? Yeah. No time to pull up the binoculars. No, it's awesome. I like that replay of the non-touchdown. That's the second week in a row we've got it with a nice angle. Nobody knows if they're real because nobody's doing them.
No one checks them with you.
Well, I like that because it gives me something extra to talk about. You know, this is a fifth rush. Just
Yeah.
my rosters flew down that little crack there too, eh? I was partway through the game, yeah. I was like, the wind caught him. Well, I can't. Where does it go? Does it?
Unless it's sealed off. Because I know you can see the shape of the stands.
Oh, I can see him right there. Oh, I wish I had like a little claw or something. See? Yeah. Lost my papers down there for the rosters. They flew out of my hands. Put down. Thankfully I had a backup. Good times. We'll just do so, guys.
Now we hear scouting out, or we just hear watching? And here we are on the sidelines with Bishop's University Gator special teams and linebacker coach Jerome Erdman, and also former head coach of the Vancouver Island Raiders. And Jerome, what brings you to Chilliwack, the ABC Border Bowl this afternoon?
Just checking out the talent out here, doing a little bit of scouting, see if anybody wants to be a Gator in the future.
Now, of all the players you've seen so far in the first half, who's catching your eye?
Actually, a couple players from both teams. Gibb and Beaton from the Alberta squad are playing very well. And on the BC squad, I like Conaway and Okoko. I think they're showing us a lot out there.
Now, in terms of scouting is easy enough, but of course getting kids to sign is, I suppose, the challenge. What are some of the advantages of going to Bishop's University? How do you lure kids in?
Well, Bishop's is a very unique and special place. We're only 2,500 students, so our average class size is only 30. So it's great academic-wise. We're the #1 ranked university in Canada for student satisfaction 3 years in a row, second in Canada for the level of instructors, so you'll get a great education. Football wise, we play in the AUS, which is really neat. We fly to all our games, and we're in the process of rebuilding the culture there and the team, so it's an exciting time to be a Gator.
Now, Bishop's University is not all that well known out on the West Coast here, but the Bishops has put more than a few players in the CFL, have they not?
Yeah, we have about 5 players in the CFL right now. and we have a couple of guys that will probably get drafted this year. So yeah, we're represented well in the CFL.
What is it about the Bishops program that makes it so successful?
It's the players, you know.
Not the coaching?
Well, I'll leave that for other people to say, but you know, at the end of the day, we're not out there playing. It's the players, and you know, we really strive to get character players out there, and obviously players that have athletic ability, and it shows.
Excellent. Now you're back for the Christmas break. Christmas right around the corner. What are you hoping to get from Santa this year?
Lots of good players.
There you go. Came to the right place. Bishops coach Jerome Erdman, VBNSports.com. Thank you very much. That was excellent.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Here comes the man himself.
How's it going?
Thanks. Good to you.
Hey, congrats on a great
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we're right back at it, VBNSports.com. Tim Amy interviewing the BC Junior head coach of the year, none other than himself, Mr. Bob Reese with the Valley Huskers. How's it doing today, Bob?
Hey, how you doing?
Now, you had an absolutely remarkable season, taking a team that had not won a game in about 6 seasons to a 6-4 record, if I'm not mistaken. What was the secret to that turnaround?
I mean, I think just belief in the process. You know, we've been touting that line the whole time. You know, we know and we have our goals set for this program, and we certainly believe in ourselves. You know, and obviously we had a great offseason in recruiting. You know, and the guys we brought in performed like we needed them to at a very high level. And the guys that we had from before had bought in and fully bought into the system. So a lot of it was belief in who we are and continuing to build as a program.
Now, next season's obviously going to be a lot more challenging than this season because, of course, you're coming off a very solid record. How do you keep building that momentum going into next year, build on top of a 6-4?
I mean, sticking to the process. We're out recruiting. We're out at events like this, which is obviously a great event that we like to attend and do some recruiting from. You know, and we're adding some coaches, some pieces this year. So we're continuing to take this program to an elite level, and a lot of that is, you know, our approach in recruiting and building our program up from the ground up. And we're excited to get going on next year. I think we're in a very good spot.
Now, in terms of some of the players you've seen playing today, who catches your eye?
I mean, certainly Braden Reed on Team BC is an outstanding outside linebacker. Connor Way, free safety. Alberta's got a couple of really good interior D linemen. You know, there's a lot of talent to this event, and then certainly some guys that we'll be talking to right after here and as the process continues.
Excellent. And now you won head coach for the BC Junior League this year, coach of the year, pardon me, and how sweet was that?
I mean, it was a great experience, you know, and even more so, it was great for the program building forward. You know, it's something that we can get through into the media, and you know, and does a wonderful job in recruiting for us. So overall, it's an outstanding thing for the program moving forward.
Okay, and Christmas around the corner. What do you want from Santa?
Some big name recruits. Yeah, sign me up.
O-lineman?
O-lineman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Valley Husker head coach Bob Reese, Tim Amy, VBNSports.com. Thanks, Bob.
So that's climbing pretty quickly. It's 57.
The only thing is, I mean, right 9-15, 152 yards. Nice. Yeah. Where the other guy was 1 for 5 and 0 yards. Now I have to go through these receivers. 33 to 1, 2, 3. Edwin's got 3 catches. How much time left? 46 yards in the air for Edwin. 18, I'm sure the main receivers had 1, 2, 3 receptions for
Ask him if we should turn our NBs off.
15 yards, minus 3.
Tell him 2's on, 1 off right now.
86
Or is that too bright?
Zero on the one catch, 41 on the second. Is there a 35 for BC? Am I reading that wrong? So it must be NBA, so we got another one then. Oh, I already counted that. Okay, so I'm good. Right there, and the touchdowns for us. 33-18. There we go, boss. Merry Christmas for us to share. Cool. You make it? Yeah. You find this a little harder than doing a whole provincials? No, I just went standing. Well, they said there's chairs down there. You want to go get yourself a chair from the Oscar's dressing room.
It's cold fast.
Yeah, it does.
Did you see those?
I see the papers there. We can't reach them.
I don't know what you're looking at.
There's like a couple helicopters
Sorry,
or small planes or gliders or something.
All right.
Anytime you need it, you just kind of tap it anyway, right? So I think I cut this a lot. I'm going to not pump it quite as much of viewer's choice unless a big play happens now. All right. Ball at home, ball at home. BC or Buffalo Blue. They're the worst fan base in hockey. Nope. Well, they had the jury Briere, and really the late end of the first 2007. Yeah. There's some interceptions.
Warren, whenever you're ready.
Welcome back to Exhibition Stadium as we get set for the second half. It is a 21-12 lead for Team Alberta. Good afternoon/evenings. Warren Andrews along with Matt Macri, Tim Avey roving the sidelines. Joe Carter, the on-field announcer. Casta VBN Sports proud to bring you this 5th annual ABC Border Bowl, the Current Stars edition. Quickly run through the numbers as we get set as the wind starting to gust here at Exhibition Stadium. Already lost some roster sheets and hopefully don't lose any. That's why I print backups, thankfully.
Yeah.
Quickly look through the numbers, and maybe one of the biggest impacts on Team BC, the quarterback, Cameron Wright, number 2, 9 of 15, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. Those went to Jordan Penny Legion and Ebie Okoko Chomsing. As for Team Alberta, well, theirs came through the ground, and look no further than number 23 for them. Dayton Gibb, what a half. He had 9 rushes, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Number 21 for Team Alberta is Shea Nellis. He had a touchdown, 7 carries, 24 yards. And number 7, boy, did he ever have a second quarter to remember.
No, I was talking to one of the coaches at the half, and he said it's not Alexander, it's Xander.
Just Xander, all right.
Xander, it starts with the X. He dropped the L.
Xander, all right, well, Xander had quite the half there. Number 7, rushed 3 rushes for 72 yards, had the interception, also had a big return, making his mark in all 3 facets of the game. Team BC now will go to work, cutting back and forth, but kind of sidestepping around the 35-yard line. That's where Team BC will get underway, down by 9 points to begin this third quarter. We apologize if we've had any technical difficulties. Sometimes you can't control Mother Nature. 7 seconds remaining as the return there by Team BC's number 3, Connor Way.
Well, Connor's having a great game. He's had an interception, made some great tackles in the backfield. And here he makes a good return here, gets BC down about their 25-yard line.
Number 6, Keenan Royal, didn't get very far on his first rush of the second half. He made a nice impact, though, too, did he, Matt?
He did, too. He actually made a touchdown-saving tackle on that interception right to end the half there. Squared up on that the runner, Xander Matheson, who's just so fast and so elusive. Squared up, made an excellent tackle on him.
3 rushes for 8 yards in the first half. Keenan Royal of the Mission Roadrunners. Been a star, really, since his time with the Mission Niners back in community football. We'll go to the air, and that one overthrown off of the arm of number 1, Andrew Hunt. 1 for 6 throwing so far here, and what's got to be a little bit of a frustrating Border Bowl for him.
Well, and like I said earlier, it's all about timing, and there he had his guy, and he just got a little bit ahead of him. I mean, I saw him 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago at BC Place. Played for Holy Cross, and I mean, he was having great success with his throws. And here he just seems to be just ahead of the receiver, Dakota Callum, by a hand.
I mean, form-wise, that's a nice-looking throw. Nice, tight spiral.
Beautiful rollout. He's got great height, sees the field well, reads the defense is good.
Tries his luck, and that one caught and marching ahead on a nice pitch and catch. Kind of dove looking for a few extra yards. Did Team BC's number 14, that's Dakota Cullum.
Yep, he did. Does a great job of catching that ball. And, Hunt comes back to Dakota here, and he trusts him enough that he gets him to sit down, and he gets the ball right to him, delivers it on a rope, and there, Dakota Cullum, smart ball player, gets turned up the field. And, I've seen Dakota do it all. He's played running back. He's played slot back. He's actually played quarterback. He's a good offensive football player.
That was about 15-yard pickup. The handoff, Team BC. Talk about, you hear marathon runners saying they hit a wall when they run. Guarantee it felt nothing like that.
Well, the wall in question here is number 70, who is, where we got him here, Matthew Stang here, and he stangs Dakota Cullum quite heavily. It's number 70 and number 41. I don't have a 41 on here, so I'm not sure who that was. But they got out there, and they just hammered him hard.
So to call Cullum, and actually there's a flag against Team BC, the illegal block. So they'll lose 10 on the play. Team BC down by 9. 2.5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Hunt is on the hunt for a first down, gets to Ebie Okoko Chomsing, sidesteps one defender. Ebie still on his feet, gets ahead, had a hitchhiker on his back and still managed to pick up the first down and 2.
What? Tightrope walking here. Ebie gets the ball. It's turned upfield, and the defender comes at him, so he steps around him, and he realizes there's the sideline. He then goes again. He's going to get tackled out of bounds, but he needs that first down, so he steps back inside and beats the first down marker.
Not only is Ebie Okoko Chomsing leading in terms of rushing for Team BC, that's also his 4th catch. Good for 60-plus yards, and now he's still on his feet rushing, for he's driven down hard to the turf.
Yes.
There was a flag, though, on the field. We'll see if it's against Team BC. He did a good job. A little bit of a horse collar tackle. Looked like he got him up high near the shoulder pads to the defender.
That's the thing. It's not a horse collar unless they pull back, the change of direction. You can grab somebody by that and tackle them forward, but you can't yank backwards. That makes the horse collar. Just because you get your hands in the pads doesn't make it a horse collar.
So Team BC continue this salsa dance of penalties. They move it forward a little bit. They step back eloquently, and Once again, another big mountain to climb here. And they are trailing. Penalties can be the undoing of even a very talented team.
And this is the coach's number one frustration here is a holding penalty.
Hunt quickly and finds his man. And, ooh, was that a face mask? And, yeah, I think he drew the extra penalty afterwards.
Almost got his head ripped off
20
there.
for Team BC. That's Cameron Shoesmith on the Chaco Valley in Vanderhoof with the reception.
Does a great job of catching the ball here and goes and gets turned upfield. Gets hit right away, but then but he bounces off that hit, and the defender reaches back across and just hooks his face mask and takes him down hard.
So Hunt, after going 1 for 6 to start, has now completed his last 3 passes.
Yeah, and like I said, timing and nerves play a big part into this. And he's getting his timing down. He's getting the nerves settled down. And now he's starting to get some success. You're going to see the confidence in this young man just flourish.
Don't forget to vote for your player of the day. Go to sli.do. The event code is hashtag ABC Border Bowls. Nice run right up the middle. Fumbled, though. Loose ball and recovered, as you can tell, by the Alberta sidelines by them.
Yeah, I got popped out there hard, and it's number 16. I mean, he had a great defensive play earlier, and here he just gets a good hand on the ball, gets hit, the ball pops out here, and squeezes it just a little bit too hard. And it's it's actually number 14, 16. Who's number 16 there? We've got
John Tams.
John Tams with another big defensive play.
So that's unfortunate because that was a nice run. He had probably about 10 yards before he fumbled it.
He had the first down. He was moving the ball, and that's got to be frustrating for Keegan Royal.
Team Alberta going to work now as they've started to come on defensively. Had the interception by Matheson, and then the fumble recovery, and there's a flag. He's still on his feet, though. And I think that's Gibbs again, and boy, he took the pile with him, didn't he?
Well, and here's Connor Way makes this defensive play happen here because he doesn't let Gibbs get around him. So Gibbs comes off tackle. Connor Way comes up and meets him here at the line of scrimmage, gets a hold of him, and he's got a bit of the face mask there. That's where the flags are going to come from. So he lets go, but he doesn't let Gibbs get anywhere, and Gibbs gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. But with that face mask, he's going to go ahead 15 yards.
So maybe all that east-west running got about 2 yards, but tack on the penalty, and they'll move it ahead quite comfortably.
Yeah, it's going to be 15 yards up and a first down. And it's unfortunate, you see Connor Way, he gets the shoulder, and he's reaching across to try and make the tackle, and he just catches that face mask. And it's a penalty, whether it's intentional or not, right? People think face mask, like you said, when we were talking about the horse collar, it's not just a horse collar if you grab it, you got to pull. Face mask, it's a penalty if you touch it.
The pass complete. A nice pitch and catch there. Flag did go again, though. We'll see if this one's coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding, and it's going to come back. And the hold actually makes this play happen. And we watch here, the defender gets through, or is trying to get through, and he gets just crouched to the ground. He had the offensive lineman beat, and if he would have gotten to that quarterback before he threw that ball.
It's unfortunate, too. It's number 80 with the reception, Jared Boussier out of Ponoka. One of a few players from the Ponoka Bronx. I know I think it was their Bantam team did very, very well this year.
Yeah. I've been to Ponoka. Neat little town. Lots of years ago. We're going back 25 years or so. But it's a neat little town.
Delaney stays at quarterback. Pump fake. Throws it's got the man. And once again, this time it's complete. And this time I believe it'll stay Jared Boussier with the reception.
Nope, number 88. Who's 88?
That was 88?
Who's 88?
And that was Caden Reynolds.
Caden Reynolds does a great job of catching this here. He settles down nicely for his quarterback in a spot. And the defender kind of swings off of him, but gets enough of him to send him stumbling into Sam McPherson. And Sam the man, he takes him down hard.
So a short pickup. Wind starting to gust a bit here. The pass out of the intended receiver's fingertips. And that wind can play a little bit of havoc on the ball too. You think you got a nice tight spiral into your receiver, and then a gust picks up and sways it ever so slightly.
Well, and it's hard for a quarterback to adjust in this kind of wind because it's not a consistent wind. It's little gusts of wind that are blowing that ball, or just putting a little bit extra on it when he zips it out there. If you have a wind blowing, you can adjust for that, but it's not.
So 3rd and about 11 from the 54-yard line inside Alberta's territory. Alberta up by 9. BC trying to make a big stop here. They'll bring the heat. He feels it, and he runs into a roadblock wearing purple.
Well, and this is phenomenal here because you got big number 52,
Nicholas Young.
Big number 55, Spencer Logan, and then you got number 66, who is
Michael Giustino,
that all get back there, and they just shut off any option for Delaney here and take him to the ground hard.
Well, we're going to have quite a bit of our work for us trying to select who some of the offensive and defensive players on both sides of the ball are. Be thankful you don't have to do that wherever you're watching from the comfort of your living room. However, you can vote on that viewer's choice. SLI.do is where you need to go. The event code, just put in the hashtag ABC Border Bowls, which is what we're doing right here.
No, they both teams are playing so well. You got so many candidates for these awards out there. It's going to make a tough choice, that's for sure.
Well, you look at Matheson on Team Alberta on the offensive, even defensive side. Ebiye Okoko Chomsing.
Yeah.
Maybe the quarterback, right? And now Hunt, who's heating up himself, but kind of threw it through the hands, and Ebiye looked at him like, were you going to me or were you going to Nicholas Butler?
Well, Butler came across. Ebiye gets off the tackle and out, and Butler comes across, and the ball kind of lands in between the two of them. I don't know if it was just he couldn't decide which one to throw to or just a bad release. Little bit of duck there, and I think Ebiye thought that was the receiver's ball and didn't make the effort for it.
That'll break a string of 3 straight completions for Hunt, the Holy Cross Crusader. Handoff now, slips through a hole. Keegan Royal finding his way through. There's a stiff arm, still on his feet. What a run from Royal. And the Mission Roadrunner gets the ball up to the 44-yard line.
Oh, the Roadrunner met the Coyote out there, and he made him look bad. He comes across, comes out to his left, cuts back across the whole defense to his right, stiff arms one guy, and then gets turned upfield. Finally brought down number 6, a little 6-on-6 there, who is Brett Andrus, was able to finally bring him down before he got too far.
Royal with 24 yards in his last 2 carries. And he will go to work, or pardon me, not Royal. It was number 15 this time for Team BC, Samuel McPherson.
Well, Sam McPherson typically plays linebacker, but they get him running the ball as well. He's got good wheels on him. He's a fast guy, big, strong player on either side of the ball. Gets 5 yards, about 4.5 yards on that one there, just by powering forward, and then at the end here tucks the ball away and drops the shoulder.
I love how he punished the defender that came in to get him too.
Yeah.
Just lowered the shoulder, and number 14, Damian McKay out of Sexsmith, paid the price. There's a fumble now right into the hands of, like, your grandma won't give you a better Christmas present than that. It just bounced off the turf right into his hands as he had fallen down.
Was number 51, Bryce Chen here, and he goes to hand off the ball, and the ball just squirts right out, and Bryce Chen's getting blocked down, so he just drops on the ball. Great job by Chen to see that and read that and get on top of it.
Turnovers have really hurt BC since the second quarter got underway. Bryce Chen, boy, what a gift that was for that young man out of Alberta. Second Border Bowl. He won the Lineman of the Year for Sir Winston Churchill out of Calgary, his school.
There's number 15 here on the run, who gets stood up at the line of scrimmage Who's number 15?
Tristan Peddle.
Tristan Peddle hits the gas pedal on this one, but he's stuck in neutral as soon as he hits that big defensive line there, who just drive him backwards.
I'll pick him up. Give him about 2 with the forward momentum. 2nd and 8 for Team Alberta. Doing a nice job of clock management now. They're up by 9. They continue to kind of nickel and dime their way down the field.
Yep, yeah, they can.
They've overcome, I think, those mistakes early on where they were going to the air and getting picked off.
Well, they got Peddle back out to the outside
Michael
here.
now with a handoff and lots of room for the runner. He's got a nose for the end zone. He's all the way down inside the 5. And it's Tristan Peddle with back-to-back runs, and that one more significant than the last one.
He definitely got out of neutral on this one and put it in overdrive, gets down the field, beats one tackler there before another tackler was able to come over, and then Connor Way came from the far side of the field to make sure that tackle was down.
So 2 yards on the first run, comes back, picks up, no big deal, 38 yards.
Yeah. A little bit of a difference.
Helps the average out up to a 20-yard average now. And there's a fumble now. Boy, that I think that rock is ice cold.
Yeah.
You see a big block coming in here as the quarterback driven to the turf. And Matthew Nikolic.
Cedar Frank, big number 99, gets back there. He sees the ball on the ground, so he comes after him hard. All the defenders are, but it's actually number 24 that gets in there, Brendan Watt, that gets in there and wraps him up to begin with, and then Cedar Frank comes up and clears it up.
Brendan Watt, he was actually the starting quarterback for Kelly Road out of Prince George, but also a very good defender, showed so there.
Oh, he played linebacker for me in the Rising Selects game last May. Great leadership from that young man, great football player, very smart, coach's dream, let me tell you.
Look with the handoff to Peddle, and Peddle had to backpedal as he was hit by a number of purple jerseys.
Well, big number 64, Liam Henning, is in there to help make the stop here. And it's 88, Braden Mitchell, that knocks him sideways right into Henning.
Fans have seen this movie before. Alberta knocking on the doorstep and the BC defense making a big stand. Remember earlier, I think in the first quarter, 3 straight stops on the 1-yard line. This time, though, don't think they'll stop him. He's in for his second major touchdown. Team Alberta, Xander Matheson.
Well, Xander Matheson's fired up out there. He does a great job here on this jet sweep. And, I mean, I love watching this on the replay here, because you watch coming across on the defensive side. Connor Way sees this. He reads this from the far side, comes in motion with him, but a defensive tackle gets up and blocks Way, who's reading that play all the way across the field.
So Matheson's looked great on special teams, returning punts. He's got an interception. He's got 2 touchdowns. He's kind of doing it all, isn't he? Number 7's got to be one of the choices you would think for the fans at sli.do. If I was voting, he might just have my vote for Team Alberta, at least to this point, but still over a quarter to play. BC's got lots of weapons to make a game of this still, but they've got to get those weapons loaded and going here as they're down 28-12. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. I'd like to thank you for joining us at the 5th annual ABC Border Bowl Current Stars Edition. These are grade 11 and 12 students from all over Alberta and BC. You look as far north as Fort Mac and Grand Prairie in Alberta, way down south. And you look here in BC from the island all the way up to Vanderhoof and Prince George. So they come from all over the place to show off their skills and make new friends. And it is a great experience here at Exhibition Stadium. And a big thank you to Ron Diaz and the crew, ABC, for once again putting on another fantastic showcase of football.
Well, and Ron Diaz does a great job of putting on these games to let these young men get together and play some football interprovincially. Well, you got Shel Sangera, who coordinates all here on the ground.
The queen of border bowls.
The queen of border bowls. The queen of football in BC. I mean, she really coordinates everything here on the ground level, gets these guys. Parents are comfortable. She's so available to the parents and the kids to give them 5 more minutes for football here.
Well, she's proud of her boys on both sides of the balls. BC will fumble with it back inside the 20. Squeeze ahead for a very short gain. Scooped up by Keenan Royal. But they'll need a big effort from number Royal and the rest of the BC backfield to get into this one because, well, you know what? They've actually had pretty good success through the air, and I'm surprised they haven't tried going back there. As right coming into the half was 9 of 15 for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think you'll see that here. I know with
but Hunt has been the quarterback since the third quarter began.
So I think now you see Cameron Wright's back out there, and you're going to see him probably make some more passes here.
You know, good quarterbacks can push each other too, right? Healthy, friendly competition. You see the guy, you know, wearing your same jersey, going out there doing well. You want to do the same.
Yep, that's exactly what it's all about.
Right with an empty backfield, throws it, and that one caught. Nice catch over the middle, climbed the ladder a little bit, hauls it in though, and that'll move the sticks.
That's number 10, Jordan Penny Legion, making a beautiful grab there, coming across the middle.
Now. Okay. So it was at the 36. Okay. So about 16 yards on the pickup, and yeah, that's the 4th reception for Jordan Penny Legion. Handoff now, spinning Royal.
Nice. Royal does a great job
moves his way up.
Of picking up about 8 yards on the play there with that beautiful spin move in the pocket.
Go to Tim Amy now on the sidelines.
Here we are on the sidelines with Spencer Logan of Souk BC, Team BC. Hell of a sack out there, young man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. A lot of teamwork put into it, you know. Came together.
Nice. Now, how important is a big play like that in a feature game like this?
Super important. You know, you stop it, you shut it down right away, and, you know, we got the ball back.
And you want to get showcased. So, for you, what are your plans coming out of this game for next season?
Well, you know, just train hard in the off-season, get ready, you know, put in the work, and, you know.
Are you back for one more year at your high school level, or are you going to go to university?
One more year at high school.
Okay. And now, after high school, what are your plans?
Hopefully get a scholarship, go to uni, and, you know, ball out.
Ball out. There you go. Christmas right around the corner. Santa, what do you want from Santa this year?
AirPods. And winning this game.
AirPods and a W. There you go. Thank you very much, Logan. Have a great game, pal. Cheers.
Thank you.
Tim Amy, VBNsports.com.
Oh, my goodness. Ebie Okoko Chomsing on the pitch. 12 painful yards. He bowled over a defender and then moves it ahead for a pickup of another 4. But you could hear the crack up here of the two bodies colliding. He lowered the boom, and that was dynamite.
Should have got a penalty for roughing the tackler.
You see it right here. Boom!
Just right through him.
Number 16, John Tams, the recipient of that gift.
John Tams bounces right back up. But Ebie Okoko goes, did you feel me? Did you feel me? There'll be lots of offsides on this one.
So Ebie Okoko Chomsing, another stiff arm, dragging players with his jersey. Walks his way out of bounds, but as you mentioned, you don't think this is going to stay.
No. The slots were across the line long before that ball was snapped. They're probably about 3 yards down the field. Yeah. Well, that's what we talked about. He talked about a couple of times. Timing. That 5-yard pickup that they did get in the previous play is going to go back, and it's going to be now 2nd and about 11.
Okoko Chomsing, 662 yards rushing for WJ Mowat, 11 touchdowns, 5 receptions for 78 yards, 1 touchdown. On the defensive side, 22 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions. Member of Team West, he was also a conference all-star at linebacker and a 4-time school MVP. And you can see he's got personality for days.
Oh, he does. He's quite a character. I've coached ABA all through the community levels, and he's so much fun to have on your team. Such a nice man, soft-spoken, but such a hard worker.
Right, drops back and delivers it, and he's on his way to the end zone. He won't be caught to the 5. Touchdown, Team BC. Keenan Royal, and they're back in this game with a minute 19.
Well, Keegan Royal catches his ball, turns around, and makes a couple of defenders pay.
That one was right at half, at the halfway mark of the field. So a 55-yard touchdown.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
So all Cameron Wright's done since he's come in is go 2 for 2 for 71 yards and a touchdown. 3 touchdowns through the air now for number 2.
Well, his dump down to Keegan Royal was just beautiful and great play. And here comes Connor Way, big kick, getting that 1 point here to pull him within 9.
So
yeah,
20, 28 to
it'll be 19. They have to add the extra point because it was 12. So yeah.
Still a 9-point lead late in the third quarter, but a little bit of life for Team BC.
A beautiful job here. Keating Royal drops his shoulder there on the replay to bounce himself free. And the guy he hit took out the other 2 defenders that were coming in for the tackle. So Royal just bounced off to the right and off to the races.
So really, outside of maybe Jordan Penny Legion, it's been the backs, the Ebier, Okoko Chomsing, Keenan Royals that have also done it through the air. And now we'll head down to Tim Amy on the sidelines after that touchdown.
All right, we're on the sidelines with Keegan Royal of Mission BC, Team BC. How do you make scoring a touchdown like that look so easy, my friend?
Lots of hours in the weight room. There's lots of practice, sir. That's all it takes.
How'd you know when you caught that pass? When did you know, other than when you were in the clear, that you were going in?
I had no idea. I just ran. I don't know. I don't really know when it went down.
Okay. Now, how exciting is it being a Border Bowl here today?
Very exciting. It's a great opportunity. Very happy I'm in this game. Very thankful. It's awesome.
You're a little bit out of breath. I'll make it short. Okay, so Santa is coming in just a few weeks. What are you hoping to see under the tree, man?
Oh, man, I don't know. Football stuff. Football stuff, that's it.
Clean mouth guard. Okay, you heard that, Mom and Dad. All right, Keegan, thank you very much. Have a great game, buddy. On the sidelines, Tim Amy, VBNSports.com.
Coder Harper on the kickoff return. Alberta going to work at the 36. Delaney stays in at quarterback. He's really been their man all day today.
He's been solid. He just returned that kickoff, though. I mean, they got them out here, quarterback playing special teams. You don't see that very often. But he had him out there returning that kick, and he did a good job of bringing it back. Big defensive play here. The line ate this up and just drove themselves backwards. Big number 60 blew past his blocker, just Curtis Farnsworth, and got into the backfield to slow down the runner.
So a loss of 2 on the play. We'll head back to Tim Amy in just a moment. He's got a lineup of interviews. And now we'll head down to Tim Amy.
And back on the sidelines, Tim Amy with VBNSports.com with Xander Matheson having a hell of a game. Where do you get your speed from?
My mom. It's just genetics. I got a really good lower body strength, and I use it to my advantage.
You certainly do. How long have you been doing football?
Since grade 4, so I can't really do the math right now. Just since grade 4.
Now, we just grabbed you a second ago. What part of Alberta do you hail from?
Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Grand Prairie. I've been through Grand Prairie. Nice part of the world. Yep. So how much fun is it to roll down here at the teammates to BC for a showcase game like this?
It's so much fun. Living in Alberta, you're always playing against these guys, but once you finally get on the same team, we all connect, become friends, and then we're all fighting for the same cause, and I think we're doing our job pretty well today.
Okay, now you're up 28-19 in the third. What's the key to hanging on to that lead?
We just keep shutting down their offense, take the hope away, keep doing that, then we'll be fine.
All right, Christmas is right around the corner. What do you want from Santa this year?
Cologne.
Cologne. Yes. A little higher karate, ladies and gentlemen. Lady killer here. All right, thank you very much. You have a great game, Xander.
Thank you. You too. Cheers. See you guys.
All right, Xander Matheson, Team Alberta. I'm Tim Amy, VBNSports.com.
Back-to-back incompletions for Delaney, and that will send the ball back to the BC sidelines, who are down by 9. 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 1 quarter left of football. Coach Matt Macri, you got a little bit of momentum. If you're Team BC, do you keep going to those talented backs you have, or do you try to mix it up and do something new?
Well, I mean, they're throwing to the backs out of the backfield, and it's doing a great job here of getting that ball in space. So, I mean, I think, and you trust in Cameron Wright's arm here. You just want to keep it away from that Xander Matheson, number 7, that you saw them in the interview. And you want to keep the ball away from him.
NBA Okoko Chomsing couldn't walk the tightrope on the sideline, but still picked up probably 3 or 4 more yards than he really should have.
Well, he gets a first down out of this. He does a great job here because of the read option. The quarterback does a great job. Wright does a great job of bringing all the defense to him, then flips it out to ABA, who corners so well, gets around that corner, and gets up there for a first down. And so we got to keep moving the ball.
42 yards in his last 4 carries for NBA Okoko Chomsing, who I'm sure with his personality would love that Viewer's Choice Award. How would that look on his mantle? I think he would parade it around Abbotsford, wouldn't he?
Oh, he'd probably wear it around his chest, that's for sure.
3 chains.
Yeah. So now at the end of the third quarter, and Alberta's leading 28-19. Coach Cole and his band of coaches out there got to dig deep into their magic bag of tricks and come up with something huge here.
9-point lead, 15 minutes to go in regulation. Showcase game, 5th annual ABC Border Bowl Current Stars edition. And we are seeing stars tonight as the lights are out. Pass over the middle, complete. Cameron Wright, oh so smooth. Finds Jordan Penny Legion for another reception.
Yeah, Jordan Penny Legion catches his ball in stride, turns it upfield so seamlessly, gets tackled by 3 guys, pushes bodies off of him from his butt, points for a first down.
3 for 3 here in this half is Cameron Wright. That's his 2nd completion to Jordan Penny Legion. Jordan Penny Legion now with his 5th reception of the day. That one for 19 yards. Moves the sticks. BC looking to chip away at this Alberta lead.
Yeah.
Right in the gun, flanked by 2 receivers in motion. Checks left, holds onto it, steps up in the pocket, holds it himself, uses his legs, gets a little blocking before he's driven down for a pickup of about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
Here's Cameron Wright for you. You love seeing quarterbacks that want the ball, and they're going to run with that ball. But instead of sliding, what does he do? Drops a shoulder, hammers the defender, and takes it for another yard.
Cam Wright was shaken up on the play, so he's a tough cookie, but the 6 yards will hurt.
So maybe it's not a good idea, but it was very good to watch.
It was entertaining because we're up here.
Yeah. And he's a little shaken up there. He's going to go talk to the trainer, and, he's got a point at his shoulder there. But he probably should have slid on that play. But, man, did he show some toughness dropping that shoulder.
That's a lesson a young quarterback can learn as they continue to advance and try to hopefully move towards university or junior, that when that play happens again, do a little hook slide. That extra yard is not worth it.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for Team BC, they got some talented quarterbacks, and they'll go to Hunt, and he'll hand it off to NBA Okoko Chomsing. Still on his feet, picks up the first down, picks up a few extra yards for some breathing room.
Well, I think ABA loses his pants on this play. He's pulling up his pants over there. But I think he felt like they didn't love him enough because there wasn't enough contact. So instead of sticking to the outside, steps to the outside a couple of times here, but then he turns it right back into traffic and into the defenders. Not only tackle him, but pull his pants off of him.
51 yards here in this second half for NBA Okoko Chomsing on 6 carries. There's the pitch back, trying to find the edge. Found the fence instead. Run there by BC's number 26, Ethan Bernardin.
Bernardin with great wheels to get to the outside edge here. I mean, he's recovering from injury, so he doesn't have his elusive speed that he typically has. Does a great job getting to that outside edge and getting turned up the field.
Picked up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 yards there.
BC keeps this drive alive. Now 2nd down and about 7.
Well, and those missed extra points are coming back to haunt them right here.
And we see number 2 back on the field, Cameron Wright. So
it looks like it's going to be a timeout, Alberta.
You like that play call because it looked like BC was getting some momentum offensively here.
Well, it shuts them down. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. But Alberta knows they've only got a 1-score lead. I mean, it's a 9-point lead, so technically it's a 2-score. My bad, math. But they don't want BC getting this momentum. They want to stop them here. They want to get that ball back, control the clock, eat up the fourth quarter. I think it's a great time to call a timeout. Get your defense settled down. The coach brought a different player out with him too, so maybe he saw something on the matchups that he wanted to bring another player out there and get him on the line. It was a big guy, so.
Well, for people that are new to the Border Bowl format, how long do you as a coach get to work with these young men before the actual game?
Well, you go to the tryouts and you see them, and you spend an hour here, an hour there type thing, right? But it's two days of insertion camp of 4 hours a day. So it's, 8 hours there. And then typically when you get into town, you have a practice the first night that they're here. So Friday night they would have had a practice. Then they would have had a walkthrough this morning, and then they're going. So you're really about 10 hours of practice and a walkthrough. Yeah, okay. At the hotel, they're going to have meetings. They're going to talk. They're going to do some whiteboard X's and O's. But it's not the same as training camp.
Cameron Wright back in the game, rolls out to his left, launches one deep. He's got the man open, catches inbounds. Jordan Penny-Legion, what a game he's having.
Phenomenal game. He's making things happen out there. He's doing a fabulous job. And Wright had the under there with Ethan Bernardin was wide open, but he saw Penny-Legion and took that shot, and man, did it pay off. Gives him a first and goal from the 10.
Sixth reception for Jordan Penny-Legion. Playing for Team BC for the first time. He is an Alberta resident, but just a spot opened up as Alberta was full, and they wanted to have Jordan there, and he wanted to play for Coach Cullen.
Yeah.
Boy, he is having a game to remember. He's already got the touchdown. Looking for another one here, and Wright looking to get closer for Team BC. Floats one up high, and that one led the receiver just a little too far. Ethan Bernardin claps his hands as he was close, but no cigar.
Well, Bernardin knew that he should have gotten turned up the field there. He's out diagonally, but he's got to start going vertical at some point, and he just didn't get turned up the field fast enough for that ball. Wright knew exactly where he wanted him to be. He just didn't make it there.
Wright 4 for 5 here in this half. 13 for 20 on the game. BC driving down by 9. Wright stops, looks, throws it over, and overthrows his man. Looks for the flag.
There's going to be a flag on that one.
He'll get it. And it was Jordan Penny-Legion who drew the contact.
He got blown up before the ball was even there. And that ball's going to end up on the 1 yard line, I think. Here we go. Wright, he has a Coco to his left. I don't know if he sees it or not, but he decides to come back to the right to Penny-Legion. He puts the ball up nicely, but there's Penny-Legion's hammered before the ball even makes it there.
It was Tristan Peddle, I think, number 15, because he kind of looked as soon as he did, like, oops.
Oh, I saw number 5.
Oh, number 5?
Yeah, I saw 5.
Well, that would be Nicholas Work. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that was him. I think he just got there a bit too soon, and he tried to pull up, but not all penalties are intentional, right?
Exactly.
So a lot of times it's accidental.
My bad doesn't erase the penalty.
Exactly. So it's going to be on the 1 yard line here. So.
And is this Okoko Chomsing time, or will they keep with the quarterback?
They have Bernardin out there, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do here.
It is a quarterback keep, charging ahead. Referee raises the hands. Touchdown, BC. And we've got a 3-point game.
Yeah, Cameron Wright there does a great job just driving the ball forward and getting it into the end zone.
What a game Cameron Wright is having. My goodness, 13 for 20, over 200 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. He's also ran in one himself, and has really calmed down this offense ever since he came in back in the first half.
Yep. He's having success for sure out there. Andrew Hunt has done a great job today, but it's been Cameron Wright who's been able to actually get the offense rolling.
Yeah, I think once he got it rolling, then Hunt had a chance to come in the second half. They're going for 2 points. He's got the man pushing ahead.
And they're going to say no. They're going to say short.
Half a yard, number 15 for Team BC. Samuel McPherson, they tried it again. He ran one earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets out there. But I don't think he gets the ball stretched out, and they just run him out of bounds. Here he goes, and he's pushing bodies, but he doesn't get that ball over the corner of the end zone. I think the ref is a little bit too far back on that call there.
Well, they're going to have another great look at it here.
Yeah, because I don't see him stretching out the ball. I can't see it, but the ref can't see it either because he's behind the pylon. He needs to be at or past the pylon to see if that ball comes across, and he's just too far back there.
Well, I credit the defender. He did everything he could to make sure that valuable 2 points
stayed
was
off
not
the board.
going in there.
And we didn't see a number on that, eh? I couldn't catch a number on that one. Great defensive play.
Well, it's the red helmet. Not sure if it was the player actually that's about to kick the ball off here.
No, he's on the offense. He was on the offense.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Okay, I need to record that and play it for my girlfriend. Oh, we're going down the sideline.
Oh, let's head down to Tim Amy.
And Tim Amy on the sidelines, VBNsports.com with Cameron Wright of Nanaimo, BC, Team BC, ABC Border Bowl. How's the game going for you so far, young?
Great. We got really good morale right now. We're coming back. It's going to be a good game.
You're coming back. Oh, you're down by 3. What do you got to do to top this game?
We just got to no stupid penalties, focus on our assignments, and we'll win it.
Okay. Now, how important is this Border Bowl for you in terms of advancing your career?
Really important. I'm grade 12 right now, so this could possibly be my last game, and I don't want this to end yet.
Okay. What are your plans for next season?
Depends if I get any offers. If not, junior level.
Okay. Christmas right around the corner. What do you want from Santa this year?
Oh. I want a football scholarship. That's my dream right there.
Who's your #1 college team?
In Canada or States?
I don't care anywhere.
I'm going to have to go with Oregon.
Oregon?
Yeah.
The Duck. All right. Future Duck right here. You heard it first. Cameron Wright, thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. VBNsports.com.
Cody Harper with a marvelous return, paid the price at the end.
Oh.
Slammed down. The ball will start at the 53-yard line. Inside the Alberta half, they have a slender 3-point lead with 10:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Matt.
Wow, and here they're going back to Gibbs now, who we haven't seen for a while. And he just makes them. He's going to have the coaches wondering why they didn't have him giving them the ball more, because he just pounded it up for a good 13-yard pickup.
Second carry of the second half for Gibb, and that's been the biggest of the two. And he had a great first half, did Gibb. 92 yards he had, so that will put him over the 100-yard mark. Don't forget, you can vote for Gibb. You can vote for any of your favorite players. SLI.do is the web address. That's SLI.do. The event code they'll ask you for, it's a hashtag. It's ABC Border Bowls. And vote for the player that you think has had the best impact in this game. And as the game goes on, you get more and more choices. It's like a smorgasbord of excellence.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. It makes making these kind of decisions really tough, that's for sure.
Well, and eventually you're going to have to put on your thinking cap, as I call this game, and start selecting some of these MVPs and top players on both sides. I do the stats, you do the selecting. It's like someone says, I cooked the dinner, you're doing the dishes.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? No kidding. That's okay. You do the counting, I'll do the easy work.
There you go. 9:53 remaining, fourth quarter. 3-point lead, Team Alberta. They've got the ball after a nice run there by Gibb. The ball now sitting at about the 42-yard line.
Well, I think you got the weapon that is Xander Matheson out there on the field, too. I mean, he's had such a stellar day. Offense, defense, special teams. He's been a nightmare out there for BC.
And I believe he's the receiver in motion now, down on the left side. Now he'll move up, maybe do a little bit of blocking as they go back to Gibb. Gibb, though, is wrapped up with a bow. Good play by the defensive line of BC, and he won't be going anywhere.
Well, it's Sam the Man McPherson that got in there, an outside linebacker, and makes that play. He reads it so well. He's middle linebacker. He came up to that. Reads it so well, gets up to the line. Big number 60, who I do believe is Curtis Farnsworth, it slows him down, but Sam is able to wipe him out.
Under the lights of Exhibition Stadium as the night sky begins to darken. 9 minutes remaining here in the 5th annual ABC Border Bowl. There's a handoff. Xander Matheson now trying to cut his way outside, and he did. He's still on his feet. He's dodged 2 tackles, and 3 gentlemen in purple will escort him to the turf.
Yeah, and they had to. I mean, this is just huge here. Matheson on this jet, he's so fast and he's so elusive. Gets past the first defender, gets past the second defender, cuts back in and makes the third defender miss before he's finally wrapped up, and it's a group effort that has to bring him down.
So a gain of 9, I believe, on that rush. That's the first time they've ran with number 7, Matheson. And he's having quite the game.
He didn't pick up a lot of yardage on there, but man, was it hard-fought yardage and fun to watch.
There's Gibb again. Oh, and he plows his way ahead. Is that enough for a first down? It looks like it is.
Yeah.
Pick up of about 7 on the play, maybe 8.
Just a power runner here. Hits the line hard, knocks the first defender down. The second defender's riding from behind, and it's 4 of them. And there's big Nicholas Young. Big Nicholas Young's playing defensive tackle, and he's 10 yards up the field making that tackle. He has got a motor that doesn't stop.
Back to Matheson for a minute. 1,700 all-purpose yards for St. Joe. 20 touchdowns this year.
Wow, I can see why.
And here's Gibb looking for a touchdown of his own to the 5. Touchdown, Team Alberta.
Well, shot out of a cannon here. Oh, my goodness. Gibb just goes flying through. Are you watching this young man? He's a linebacker, but he comes power back, speed through that line, splits the defense. No one can get a hand on him. And finally, I think it's number 22 there that gets a hold of the back and is trying to take a couple swipes, but just nowhere to go.
How big was that touchdown, Matt? Because BC looked like it had all the momentum going. They'd pulled to within 3. Alberta needed a spark, and it came in the form of number 23.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. BC did have the momentum there, and they gave the ball back to number 23, and BC, like the first half, did not have an answer for number 23.
Alberta threatening to win, I think their 3rd straight game here under the friendly mountain skies of Chilliwack.
Yeah, and here's the thing is, like, when you do these games, we were talking about earlier, you get 10 hours of coaching, you get a couple of classrooms, you get some X's and O's, talking to the kids, right, and going over playbooks and whatnot, right? You don't get a lot. So you do your evaluation in the game. The first quarter, everybody gets a rotation, everybody gets some play, you see who's doing what, right? Second quarter, you start to sort of fine-tune it a little bit. Come the second half, the players are playing. The guys that have come to play, the guys that are on their game, and we've got 2 of them on the Alberta side, and is it Dayton
Matheson
Gibb?
And Gibb.
Dayton Gibb and Xander Matheson that are just putting on a show here this afternoon.
High kick deep in the BC zone with a head of steam. Moving his way up to just past the 35-yard line. They may mark him down at about 36. Keenan Royal trying to help his team get back to within 3 with a nice return to set things up.
Well, and the flip side is the BC side of the ball is you got the 1-2 punch of A.B. Okoko and Keegan Royal. I mean, they've done a great job today.
And don't forget Jordan Penny Legion, who's had 6 receptions through the air for big yards.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And I believe 2 touchdowns for him today, too.
Yep, yeah, Jordan Penny Legion. Was it 2 or no, just 1?
Is it just 1?
Yeah, because they've only got, they got 4. Who's
Team BC, number 18, had a touchdown before, and I believe he has another one here in the second half.
No, the quarterback took it in.
Quarterback took it in. Here's a nice run, though, for the quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, Wright made his way in, lowered the shoulder on the defender. Cameron Wright saying this shoulder feels just fine, coach, and he didn't learn a lesson from the first run.
We had number 17 in there to cut off the edge and not let him get anywhere, Logan Kens. But it's the dozy-do spin around there. Everybody kind of stopped running because they thought they had him, but he didn't go down. He kept his feet moving, kept running, and Kens had to come across and then drop his shoulder and take him out of bounds.
From the Harbor City with love, out of Nanaimo, Cameron Wright trying to drive this BC train to the end zone. Throws it to Ebier Okoko Chomsing, never a bad option. Cuts his way around one defender, another one spun around, still on his feet. NBA Okoko Chomsing, he's still moving down the sidelines and finally brought down around the 40-yard line. And a big pitch and catch between those two.
They don't bring him down. He just steps out of bounds here. You see, he gets a good job, catches the ball out of the backfield, kicks off running, steps around a defender, makes him look silly, spins another one around, gets him off of him, steps through the whole crowd, and he's still going. And right there, he just steps out of bounds.
Penalty against Alberta. They're saying the chop block, I believe.
Yeah.
And anyway, it doesn't matter because the 20-yard run there by NBA Okoko Chomsing.
That's moving everything.
My goodness, we are coming down to a photo finish here. You couldn't have scripted it any better for the 5th annual Border Bowl. Is Alberta in the driver's seat right now, but...
Well, BC's got to score here quickly and get this ball back. That's the huge part. If they don't get the ball back, they're in trouble.
Cameron right now.
That was kind of a Captain Obvious moment there, eh?
There's the handoff, and it's up Bernardin.
Oh, no.
Pardon me, that's NBA Okoko Chomsing.
Yep, one more time.
One more time. And he picks up the first down.
He gets here to the outside, gets just past the tackler, and it's, what's the number there? Does a great job, number 16, again. And that's John Tams, I do believe. Yes, it is. Number 16 gets down there and just gets out of bounds. Xander had his shoulder, Matheson had his shoulder, but couldn't pull him because ABA is so strong on his feet. Tams had to come down and hit the legs and take him out.
Right now to the air, throws it up, juggled around and slipped in and out of the fingertips. 61 yards on the ground for NBA Okoko Chomsing in the second half.
Nice job. Dakota Callum there. He wants this one back. Cameron Wright drops this down to him beautifully. Oh, the first
went through
receiver.
2 fingertips.
Keegan Royal got his hands on it. Dakota Callum's telling him, I had that, man. I had that.
Well, you call that volleyball where they set it up for the second player.
Yep.
Here's a big down now. Second down, Team BC. Near the red zone.
There goes Bernardin.
There's Bernardin.
Look at the wheels of Bernardin.
Bernardin
in the end zone.
Touchdown, BC. And it's a 4-point game.
There you go. That's Ethan Bernardin right there. He's just back from a broken leg, and this is what he does game after game all season long. Gets that ball on the pitch out, tucks it away, turns on the afterburners, and gets around that corner with everybody chasing him into the end zone.
What a finish we have here. Go ahead, Matt.
I love this young man. He's one of my favorite guys to coach. I met him years and years ago, and he's got such wheels, and he's such a well-mannered young man, good sense of humor. And he always comes up to me after games whenever I see him. Right, and I look at him and I said, you could have tried harder. And he goes, I know, Coach.
I know, Coach, I know.
He is so awesome to watch out there, and he gives 100% effort, but he's so humble and knows that there's always room for improvement.
That's a coachable kid, and he pulled his team to within 3. 5 minutes, 34 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, and it may be getting chillier, but none of these fans are leaving to head to the exits as we have a thrilling finish coming up.
What a ball game. Folks, if you're tuning in late, I am sorry to hear that because it's been a back and forth knockdown title fight. BC that wants to narrow the gap, the 3-1 gap in games played here, and Alberta wants to extend their lead. 35-32, 5.5 minutes left in the game. So exciting.
It's been the missed extra points that have really done in BC because they're even in touchdowns. 5 touchdowns for each team. 3 for BC here in the second half. 2 for Team Alberta. The defenses have stepped up despite that amount of touchdowns because there have been interceptions, there have been fumble recoveries, and really has had a little bit of everything sprinkled in there.
No, I mean, that first missed extra point, BC's regretting right now because then they went for the 2-point and missed the second one. Then so he went to a 2-point again, and they missed that as well. So close on the last one.
Here comes Team Alberta now. Kind of ran into the defender who was fallen down on the play, and this is a big defensive down for Team BC and for Team Alberta is number 13 there on the return, Cody Harper. Another good return.
Harper's had great returns today. And he gets down there, and it's Luck who actually goes down low to tackle the legs, but ends up falling on his butt, but still makes a tackle from the seated position.
Coaches don't really teach that, do they?
No, that's all instinct right there.
Team Alberta now going to work. It'll be Delaney. He's played a huge chunk of this game, and he's in there now trying to seal this win for Team Alberta. There's the handoff to Gibb trying to make his way outside. Spinning it. Oh, he is popped down. Ball is loose. Picked up on the recovery by number 12, Darian Delaney, the quarterback.
Well, Gibb gets out here. Braden Reed gets out and wraps him up, gets a hold of that foot. He's not letting him go anywhere. So Gibb decides he's going to try and throw it. But Curtis Farnsworth comes over and hits the ball in his hands, makes it a live ball, and now everybody's fighting for the ball on the ground, and Delaney has to get on it. Wow!
They've got the Grand Canyon to get the first down now. That is quite the gap.
Braden Reed was making sure Gibb wasn't running for another one of those huge runs on him. He was a man on a mission, and mission completed.
There are some people up in Prince George smiling, saying, I've seen that a lot of times from Braden Reed.
Yeah, I saw Braden at the halftime. He's coming off the field. I was walking down the concourse there, and he goes, how's it looking, Coach? I said, you're doing a really good job. And I said, just for the record, I'm taking all the credit for teaching you that over the years I had you with Border Bowl. He's like, that's good, Coach. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Coachable kids. You know, that's the other thing. It's about those relationships they build, not just with the players they play with and against, but the coaching staff, you know, and friendships forged.
It's not even that. It's awesome because I'm on Facebook last night, right? And there's parents here that have come from all over different parts of British Columbia that have been in the ABC program over the last 3, 4, 5 years that have made friendships that are getting together the night before to have dinner and whatnot because they've built these relationships with the kids playing together for so many years. And it's great to see. I mean, and I'd be remiss to not talk about, you know, a huge player who should be out there playing, and we've seen him so many times in our Border Bowl games, is Jello Watko. He blew out his knee early this season, and he's waiting for surgery on it. And it's unfortunate because this would have been his swan song. We've seen him so many times.
Big loss for the Seaquam Seahawks in high school football this year. Delaney clears it out, feels the heat, throws it over to Gibb. Gibb taken down and got almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but they've still got a far ways to go. Third and, what are we, about 17?
Well,
16?
Yeah, 16, yeah. That's number 40, Braden Reed, one more time there. Sees the screen pass, comes up, makes the tackle, takes him down.
So the BC defense coming to play here, and they need to, under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Delaney launches, he's got Xander Matheson open, and he drops it.
That's a live ball.
And it's picked up by BC. Oh, the pendulum swung one way and swung the other.
They're waving it off as an incomplete pass. Connor Way's out there talking to the referee, and he's going, come on, that should be going the other way. Because you look at this, Delaney lays out this ball, huge pass. Matheson catches it, brings it in, takes 2 steps, and then he never actually had the ball. When he put it away, it came loose.
My goodness, Matheson puts in premium gasoline. He is a sports car, and he ran past the 2 defenders, had to slow up to catch the ball.
And it was just putting it away there. The ball pops free. Connor Way doing a great defensive job to jump on that ball.
That would have been the football game, Matt, right there. That would have been the football game, but my, BC, like the BG said, they are staying alive. And we are in for an exciting 3.5 final minutes here in the fourth quarter. BC down by 3. It's 35-32. 5th annual ABC Border Bowl. It's the current Stars, and boy, they're living up to that Stars moniker here. Cameron Wright's been on fire, and he's in the shotgun. He steps back. Great protection up top. And there's the pass, and there's the catch! And he makes it all the way up to the 44-yard line. What a play, and who else? Jordan Penny Legion. "22 yards.
Yeah, Jordan Penny Legion has done a great job today.
4 receptions in the second half, Matt.
And look at this BC team, 3-minute warning, and they're pressing. 35-32, they've come to play. They're here to finish it off. Looking for a hero here, boys. Who's going to be the hero?
I've loved the game of Cameron Wright at quarterback. He's done all the little things well. He's used his feet, he's used his arms, and now he uses Ebie Okoko Chomsing, and he'll mash it ahead for 6.
Well, ABA has put this team on his back today. I really have to say that he has done just an excellent job of being the offensive spark that this team needs. And there's big number 55 on the defensive line for Alberta, getting back there and making huge tackles, having to follow the play and get after him.
The house about to be brought down here. Second and short, Team BC in the gun. Right goes to work, handoff. Royal trying to step around once, slips ahead. Not sure if he'll have enough for the first down. They may have to bring out the sticks for the first time today. But what? You could not ask for a better game, and he got it. He got the 2 yards. He's got a first down. 2:23 remaining, in BC starting to threaten.
Well, you got the 1-2 punch of Okoko and Royal that has just done a great job today.
Early movement. Looked like a flash mob out there as everybody got up and danced.
Oh.
What a finish we have for you here. Don't forget, you still have, if you've made up your mind, you may be like, I was going to vote, but like every play, it changes. It's sli.do. That is the website to go to, or download the app to make it even easier. I'm sure it's something that you can use moving forward. The event code is hashtag ABC Border Bowls. And Border Bowl?
No S.
Oh, okay. I was looking online and they had an S written on there in the. But ABC Border Bowl, so I apologize if you've been punching it in and you're like, Warren, I've been doing it and I can't vote. I will take the criticism. You can do it now, though. 2 minutes to go. Maybe you want to wait, though, to see who the hero's going to be. 3-point game. Here's BC. A penalty on BC will drive them back. Right now, we'll check left, throws it over the middle. He's got the man open. Not enough, I don't think, for a first down.
That got him a first down. Oh, yeah, that's got him a first down and more. ABA Okoko here, he's calling for it right out of the backfield. He says, I'm open. Drop me the ball. And Wright does, right to him. He catches it, turns around, and the defender's waiting for him. Number 16, John Towns, who's been phenomenal on defense today. But and he takes Okoko down.
So Wright and Okoko Chomsing are essentially the football version of Penn and Teller performing magic out on the field.
Yeah.
Right now, a roll out to the left, throws it again in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Number 18, Jordan Penny Legion. He's had a marvelous game. He can be forgiven for one slipping through his fingertips there.
Yes, he can.
So once again, that event code is ABC Border Bowl, no S. If you're planning on voting, we'll have a lot of awards immediately following this game. And these young men on both sides have absolutely played their hearts out. They've spilled their guts on this turf. And you almost wish there were 2 trophies to present both of these teams, because they've both played like winners today. Right now, as everybody holds up, feeling the heat, throws it up. Oh, great defense there. Was that number 25 for Team Alberta? And that
Let's do 25. Well, see what we got here.
Well, 75. There you go. The 7 looked like a 2, and that is Colt Newton. Love that name, boy.
Colt.
Could star in a Western.
Yeah, he got up there and knocked that down one nicely.
So here we go. Team BC close to the promised land, but can't cross the finish line. 3rd down, 4 down territory now. It's hauled in by Team BC, dragging the defender right to the goal line. Number 14 for Team BC, Dakota Cullum, a massive catch.
I love this. Dakota Cullum gets down there. Not only does he make this great catch, one hand drags it in, turns it upfield. He's got a defender on his back. Another one hits him from the side. A third one comes in, and he just about punches it into the end zone. Great will.
And he gets up, even though he's probably a little groggy, and says, first down.
He's pointing forward. I got a first down, boys. Let's punch us in the end zone.
I'd love to say this is a football game, but when you got Xander Matheson on the other side ready to return a kick, it might not be.
Well, Harper's had some great returns, too. And we saw earlier, they only needed 59 seconds to score. Actually, they only needed 18 of that 59 seconds to score. So
here we go, right under center. Tries to plow it ahead.
And he's in.
Referee's up, and it's a touchdown. BC, a minute 12 remaining in the 4th. Can you believe it?
Cameron Wright has willed this game.
Well, the crowd likes that. But you know what, though? I am not saying this game is over. I really, truly believe that with some of those weapons that Team Alberta has.
You got Gibb and Matheson. These two young men have been phenomenal today. They've played so well, and they've made things happen out there. It's going to be interesting to see this last minute and 12 seconds. You got Connor Way, who's going to try and put the exclamation point on here and not let a field goal tie it.
He's got it. Pick is up. Kick is good. You know what I love to see, Steve, Matt, as this game has gone on? More and more people right down to the fence getting closer to the action. Watch this game.
And they have been. They've done a really good, the fans here have been just electrified, and they're getting down there. They're getting pumped up. They're getting excited.
Well, you can throw the stats out the window. It's time for the Warriors to come out and play here now. A minute 12 remaining. BC is up 39-35. A touchdown for Alberta will seal the win.
Yeah, and I love this. I mean, BC's still getting off the field. They're patting each other on the back for the touchdown. The Alberta return team is already on the field and lined up. Give us the ball.
They got their game faces on right now.
Give us the ball. We got a minute and 12 seconds, and we're going to make every second count.
Now, do you squibble it and keep it away from Matheson and let the quarterback try to do it with Delaney?
Well, you got Matheson or Harper, one or the other. Pick your poison, right? Harper's had great returns all day. Matheson's an animal out there. I would try and, I'm not going to try and call that one. That was a tough
Kick
decision.
it to one of the big boys sitting up front there, hoping maybe it kind of ricochets off the fingertips.
Yeah.
Alberta, they're still alive, down by 4. Trailing for the first time in a while, and that one's swallowed up, and Alberta will go to work now from the 40-yard line. You've got 70 yards until payday for Team Alberta with a minute 10 to go. And if you like drama, turn off your General Hospital. We got drama for you right here.
Yeah, we do.
And actually, they'll mark it up to the 41-yard line. If the fans stand to their feet, Alberta goes to work. Delaney in the gun. Gibb behind him. 3 receivers over to the left. 2 to the right. Delaney looks and throws. And,
huge defensive play by number 40,
play.
Braden Reed, gets underneath that receiver and takes that ball right out of his hands.
So Delaney, after a pretty decent second half has gone incomplete in his last 2 pass attempts. Won't matter, though, if he can complete the next one for a big gain.
Oh, huge. Huge. That was a big defensive play by Braden Reed to knock that ball down and not allow that completion.
The good news is the clock will stop. 1:06 to go. 4 down territory for Alberta. Delaney checks and throws it over the middle. That one caught by Gibb, trying to wheel the first down in. He will move it ahead, though, up to about 3rd and 4 after a nice pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah.
And he's had a marvelous game.
Well, and here one more time, and it's Braden Reed that gets a hold of the back of his shirt and slows him down and ties up those legs so he can't really go anywhere. Gets dragged 4 yards up the field, but he ain't letting go.
He did a great job of holding and securing that ball because it looked like it was starting to slip.
Gibb, yeah, he was fighting in there.
The clock is rolling now, 50 seconds remaining. Delaney barks out the signals. Now the receiver's in motion. Delaney will check, looks to his right, throws it, that one low, and that one will not be complete. The clock, though, will stop.
Yeah, he didn't have much on that one. The guy was well covered. He had to put the ball away from the defenders. So Delaney does a good job of making sure no one's going to get this but the receiver just wasn't able to get to it.
Here we go, 4th down. Alberta's winning streak hanging in the balance here. They've come into enemy territory the last 2 times and emerged with the trophy. BC says we want to bring it home. Here's Delaney, feels the heat, stays on his feet, throws it downfield, and the receiver not within a few yards of that throw, and so Team BC will bring the ABC Border Bowl back home.
Yes, he will. And they did a good job today of protecting or coming back after being down by so much.
And these 2 heavyweights have traded blows and did a marvelous job. As you see, the number 7 Xander Matheson kind of limping his way off the field. Looks to be in a little discomfort, but what a game he's had, win or lose. Number 7's been magnificent for Team Alberta. And now the Team BC chants start to ring in the stands here. Warming the hearts of the BC fans in a chilly night. All that's left is for that clock to continue ticking. Another classic here in December. And I'm sure there'll be hugs aplenty when this thing is said and done, and you see handshakes now. This Team BC in the victory formation down to 20 seconds. So many outstanding players on both sides of the ball. And who were the ones that were deemed the most outstanding, the best of the best? You'll find out. Keep it locked here immediately following the game. They will announce 6 different player categories on each side, along with that viewer's choice. If you haven't voted, here's your last chance. SLI.do, and the event code is #ABC Border Bowl. Well, we'll turn things down to Joe Carter and the on-field announcer. Matt Macri, any last thoughts before we turn it down there?
Wow, it was a great game from beginning to end. Couldn't be more proud of all these boys out there on the field. They did a good job today.
Well, for the entire crew at VBN Sports, Robbie Snooks and Wayne Bjorgi and the rest of the wonderful crew we have, along with Tim Aney patrolling the sidelines, I'm Ward Andrews along with Matt Macri, and we'll send you down to field level.
Okay, here we are, VBNSports.com. Tim Amy sidelines with none other than Ron Diaz, the man with the plan behind the ABC Border Bowls. Ron, what a game.
A fantastic game. I'll tell you, it's just a tribute to these young men and the coaches. I mean, when you look at it, they had 2 days of practice, and then they come in here and put on a barn burner like this. That just, it sounded like a CFL game. It was so loud here today.
It was absolutely superb. So now, in terms of coaching and scouting, I mean, how important are these games for these young men out here?
Well, the fact is, as each year builds up, Tim, you know, the ABC Current Star Bowl becomes more relevant in the recruiting process, and we probably have about 14 schools across Canada. We know that we're watching this game today, and we also had 8 schools from the United States that confirmed to us that they were watching this game, and so there's a number of young boys. As long as they're doing well in school, they'll be able to match up what they've done out here on the field.
That's amazing. Now, here in Chilliwack, we have a rather healthy rivalry between high school and community, which I'm sure is the same for a lot of communities out there. One of the things they talk about is some players, especially with high school, they seem to think that the scouts only really pay attention to the high school teams. Like, what's the reality on that?
Well, the reality is it all comes down to everything. It's about marketing, and it doesn't matter whether you play community or if you're in a high school. The players have to be proactive in letting the university coaches know who they are, where they're at, and what their interest level is.
Right. Okay, we're going to go live here to Shell. Thank you very much, Ron Diaz. Great game.
Thank you, VBN. Great job, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you.
Okay, VBNSports.com. Tim Amy. That was great. Thanks, Ron.
Hey, Shell, you're good.
You.
Go, lady.
All right, so this is the first one. So the first time ever at the Border Bowl, we decided to incorporate the online viewers. So this is a big one for us. We wanted to test it out with one this year. I think we know who put on a show out there that the viewers really liked. So the viewers voted, and it goes to number 7, Alexander Matheson, or Xander Matheson. Congratulations. Where are the tickets?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Where's Ron? Okay, Bobby. Okay. So we're gonna. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, ladies, can we get the special teams awards up? Yeah. All right, so now everyone's quiet and settled. That was a fantastic game. Was that not crazy? Both sides. Crazy athletes. You guys are awesome. That was awesome. Okay, we're going to start off with the Special Teams Awards. So for Alberta Special Teams, one of my top favorite players, Cody Harper. You want to go, you got to look at the camera too, guys. All right. This one's a top model. BC Special Teams Award goes to Connor Way.
I got defensive lineman.
All right. Okay, most outstanding D-line for Alberta goes to number 65, Mikhail Biggs. All right, for BC, Most outstanding D-line goes to number 52, Nicholas Young. What are the next two you got for me?
Offensive lineman.
Okay. Offensive lineman. Alberta's most outstanding O-line goes to number 74, Mason Whipple. All right, for BC, this guy got mad today. Number 74, Michael Shears. Yeah. Okay, offensive back end. Just give it to him. Going for the most outstanding offensive back player for Alberta. This guy was good. Number 23, Dayton Gibb. For BC, goes to number 33, EBA Okoko Chomsing. What do we got next? Okay. Alberta's most outstanding defensive back goes to defender, says Ron. Number 16, John Tam. For BC, most outstanding defender goes to number 40, Northern boy, Braden Reed. We got the ring? All right. So thank you to our sponsor, Baron Ring. The winner of the MVP for each of these teams will get a custom-made ring sent in 6 to 8 weeks. So can we get a sample of the ring? Over here to the Valley Huskers. This is the Valley Huskers home field. So thank you, Bobby, for hosting us. Everybody, head coach Bobby of the Valley Huskers. Okay. Alberta's MVP is number 7, Xander Matheson. Yeah, they just take the picture, yeah. Okay, a little story beyond this one, the MVP. He was chosen, Alberta and BC played together for Team West on the first All-Canada Bowl past July. This boy came out, he tried, but his appendix ruptured just before the game. So he didn't get to play that day, but BC's MVP, QB Cameron Wright. All right, we're good? All right, so, Ronnie, you want to give the cup? No? You're scared they're going to knock you down? Okay. Come on, you'll have to do it, Bobby. I called Jerome. He's... All right, BC, it's been a long time. You know, in the December games, BC's only won once, and that was in 2015. Alberta's owned this game. But today, I think you guys both did a great job. But BC captains, come on up.